All right, good morning, friends. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope everyone's having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible holiday weekend. Peter is in. He's trying to connect. He's on and off. We're having some issues getting him onto the stream. So he's been trying for the last couple of minutes. So we'll keep working on that. I'm not sure if he can even hear me yet. Oh, he's just replying now. He cannot hear me. So, all right. There he is. He's trying one more time. So we're trying to get him in, friends. We don't know what happened as we try to get Peter on our stream this morning. So, friends, happy Tuesday. Oh, hold on. There he is again trying. It's like we take a day off, then the computers do not know how to act. It's unbelievable. So let's see. We're just trying to get Peter in. Let's try a different channel. See if we get our buddy in. Peter was a good man, friends. He really was a good man. Still nothing. Peter, if you can hear me. All right, so I'm going to disconnect Peter. And I'm going to connect again. So I'll disconnect. And a little patience here, friends, as we... Okay, so Peter could hear me to the chat room. All right, so we'll disconnect here. We'll try something to get our buddy in. We need to start the week off right. We need Peter in here. We need to get things going the right way. So you should be okay on YouTube, on our chat room, on X. You guys should be perfectly fine. Great to have you guys here as we get rocking and rolling. So let's try one more time here. We're going to host this meeting, and then Peter, don't get in just yet. Let's try one more thing here. Okay, so I disconnected and connected again, and then Peter, after it says connect, hold on, not yet. All right, now it's connected. Try to do it now. Hopefully this works. Like the fourth time we do it, friends. While Peter's figuring that out, let's see. Hopefully it works this time. Let's take a quick look at our gappers list brought to you by tradingterminal.com, friends. So tons of stuff happening this morning. Is this correct? I'm going to refresh. This is madness. We got stuff all over. Oh, I think I hear him. Hold on. Peter. Oh, I hear you. It's Peter.
Hello.
And I see you.
Hello.
And you're appearing slowly, like you're coming up from the
here.
bottom of the floor.
Oh, I'm alive.
It's like a guest appearance, in the concerts when the guys come out from the bottom of the floor. You did like a Michael Jackson thing right there. It's good. Listen, Peter, if you want to make an appearance, we can make this happen. All right. Yeah. There it is. Peter is in, my friends. Good morning to you, man. Hope you had a great weekend. I'm sure we have plenty of time to catch up on everything. But I was just telling people about the gappers list. Massive this morning on both green and red. More red. I mean, look at the red. I mean, this is not a gappers list. This is just the market red. I mean, everything is on here. And then a few that are in the green are actually going to be very interesting, because why are these green today? That when they're sticking out like this, that should be a lot of fun. But before we do that, friends, U.S. economic calendar, Peter, for this morning.
Nothing, nada, zippo. Looks like they're taking an extra long weekend. We got nothing on the calendar, so it's a Zen Trader wants the staircase now, going down a set of stairs.
Love it.
Just come back up the elevator or the escalator. Anyways, all right, never mind. Carlos, I Sunday night. You know how last week I was telling everybody it's a holiday Monday. It's a holiday Monday. Just over the weekend, I forgot. And Sunday night, I was mentally getting ready for the week. I was looking forward to trading. And then, just about to go to sleep, my wife's like, oh, you don't even have to work tomorrow. You got the day off. And I'm like, what? I do? What are you talking about?
Completely forgot. Yeah.
Completely forgot. And you know what? It threw me off all day yesterday. All day, I was like, I should be doing something. What am I doing? I spent half the day sitting at the desk here doing, paperwork type stuff. But I felt like there was something missing. I had a void in my life. So I'm happy to be back. Thank goodness we get
Yeah.
to trade now. And happy to be inside because it's like another freezing. It's like minus 20 out there again today. It's very
Yeah.
cold.
It is pretty brutal this morning. So yeah, I agree with you. So basically, this was you, Peter, yesterday. I posted about this. A lot of traders on Monday holiday looked just like this. This was Peter yesterday. There you go.
Sad Pablo.
Yeah, there it is, friends. Yeah. All right, let's see how we can dissect this list. Good morning to everybody on YouTube. Welcome, and in chat room and on X as well. Let's go through it. Let's see what we can find off the gap up list. I see a couple of high flying tickers, 54%, 63. Then we drop down to some regular numbers, 8 and so forth. So let's see what this first low flow is all about. RAPT is leading our gap up list this morning. Oh, this looks like some kind of buyout. So flat. Let me zoom in and see if there's anything happening. Yeah, this doesn't look great. This is really probably not going to be tradable, Peter. Not sure what the news is, but low flow 8.3 million shares traded, 4.8 million shares traded. Sorry, with a low flow of 8.3. So, what's your thoughts on anything good?
Let's see. A company called GSK has set an intention to buy. They've offered $58 all cash in a $2.2 billion deal to acquire the company. I don't know if Wrapped is likely to accept that deal or not. They haven't spoken out about it, but that's why. So look, when you got a cash deal for that price, usually what do we see? The stock moves up to just under the price and then hovers there, and that's what we're doing here today. So basically means there's no trading opportunity on this.
Yeah. All right, nothing to see here. We'll leave that alone. CRVS is next, and this one we are up 51%, 7.5 million shares traded this morning. So it's rocking pretty nicely. And look at the pre-market action going up as high as 1318 from the lows of like $7 this morning. So doing pretty well, Peter. This is not a low flow. 58 million shares flow on what I show on Trading Terminal, but it is clearly trading like a low flow this morning. So you got to be very careful on this one, Peter. Any news behind it that might make this interesting today?
Yeah, I'm going to have to keep reminding myself that it's Tuesday because it feels like a Monday, but and we're getting sort of the Monday stuff. So a bunch of biotech companies that didn't have the opportunity to move up over the weekend that announced their next stage drug trials. This is one of them, Corvus Pharmaceuticals. They've got a phase 1 trial of cohort 4 of its oral drug for something severe atopic dermatitis. And they're planning to go into a phase 2 in later this quarter. So, good news for them. Like you said, going to be trading like a low float, though. It goes in the pile of stuff that we talk about, but don't focus on.
Yeah, it might be a good popcorn ticker for today, friends. So I'm going to put it right here next to our popcorn just to watch it, entertainment purposes only. I mean, it is up 52%, not a low flow technically, and it's got some great volume. So I think worth looking at later, see how it does. All right, continuing, friends. Let's see what else we got here off this list. NUAI. So NUAI is next. And on NUAI, 16%, 1.4 million shares traded. Look on the daily here. We're getting above this area of resistance that we had in the last couple of months. It looks like $4.50, and now trying to push above that. So has been higher, not a low flow. Actually, no, I take that back. It is a low flow, 5.5 million shares flow. So low flow as well, good volume. Not moving like a low flow this morning as far as the pre-market action goes. A little more calm and relaxed here compared to the two we just saw. Peter, anything on this today?
Yeah, they have completed a deal to buy a data center. So it's a $70 million data center. That sounds cheap for a data center. Seems to me, I thought data centers cost more than that. Maybe it's not a very big one. Anyways, they've completed a deal to buy a data center, and that's moving their stock up from another company called Sharon AI Holdings. and its subsidiaries. So, in
Yeah.
any
All
event,
right.
AI people doing AI stuff. It's I don't know. I no idea what to expect in this, Carlos. This is never. I don't think we've ever seen this on our list before. Don't know what to expect. 1.4 million shares traded, but frankly, looking at the price action, I don't know where they are. So it looks pretty boring to me.
Yeah, it does not look exciting at all. Gotta admit. All right, let's continue here. And next is gonna be HL. All right, we got some of the silver mining companies on deck this morning. You see HL, AG,
Of course we do.
uh, and some other ones, right? So some other ones on here. So,
Because
yep,
can you make a wild guess where silver prices are today?
all-time highs. I'm sure.
Oh my God. Well done. Yes. Shocking, isn't it? All-time highs. Yeah. It seems like it's we're here all the time. It just keeps making high after high after high after high. So, off we go. A new all-time high. Silver prices. If you're hoarding silver or mining it out of your backyard, you're doing well because they just keep going up and up. So,
Yeah, man. This is wild. Wild. So there it is, friends. Again, for day trading, normally I don't like these tickers, but there are some opportunities. Like if you look at on a Friday, AG, which is one that people like to watch, if you were
yeah.
patient enough, they did get a nice move. So there are some opportunities to day trade this thing. For my strategies personally, I don't love them, so I leave them alone. But there are some opportunities if you're patient and want to get, and have a strategy that works well with this, right? I'm looking more for more momentum type breakouts. So they're not ideal, but again, they can be traded as we've seen plenty of times here. That covers a lot of the list here. You got HL, PSLV, AG, and some other ones. So we'll stop here as far as this list goes. Some more rare minerals down here. USAR is another one as well. So plenty of stuff there. Peter, we got a boatload of stuff here. So I'm just going to go straight to you now and the gap up list. Anything you like on here for today?
Well, we talked about silver. I mean, silver and gold both at all-time highs, so that's pushing the market up. Rare earth metals also I see moving up. I see some companies like USAR and on our gap up list. So it looks like the whole precious metal, rare earth metal sector is doing okay today. But that's against the overall market. We have a lot of stuff that's gapping down. The markets overall are gapping down here this morning. So I think, yeah, the focus is going to be on the downside. Interestingly, one that's been beaten down over the last little while, Netflix is gapping up. Wouldn't quite make our list because it's only up 1.4%, but it is up while everything else is down. And in the semiconductor sector, Intel actually is green, but just marginally. It's sort of was red a few minutes ago. Now it's green. But that's different than most everything else that is down about 2% or more. So
Yep.
I don't love trading Intel, but it's a green one. So we got that. What else we got? There's not much, Carlos, that's really green, frankly. Well, there's a lot more red on my screen, so I think we should talk about what's gapping down. A lot of stuff happening in macroeconomic news too. It could be a very interesting week, just from a political standpoint and what that impact that's going to have on the market. We got a lot of stuff moving here locally. I'm in Canada right now, and our Prime Minister was just visiting China, came back with a deal where he agreed to allow China to import 50,000 EVs into Canada. So this is the first time that Chinese EVs are going to be allowed in driving around North America. So the
Nice.
Premier of Ontario is not happy because a lot of auto manufacturing happens here, and he's like, "You could have given me a heads up, dude." So he's could have gone
Mm.
publicly and said he's a little pissed, but he's hoping that they can have a sandwich and and work it out. He always. It's amazing how the Premier of Ontario, if you ever seen him, he's Doug Ford. He's a big guy and he likes his food. He went on a press conference and then had this whole like side quest talking about Yukon sandwich bars. And he's like, the ice cream bars. He's like, I have one every night. They're delicious, and he went on to describe how delicious they were. He talks about food a lot. But anyways,
Good.
so Chinese cars. Are the Chinese cars in Mexico? I thought Mexico hadn't allowed that yet. So then I guess I'm wrong.
no.
Maybe it's not the first time in North America. Okay, well then there you go. But first time in Canada, anyways. And we know that that's something that Trump specifically said he did not want to see. So Carney, Prime Minister Carney here in Canada has sort of defied, I guess, that request from the U.S. president. So I don't know. We'll see what happens next. And of course, out of the U.S., which could more directly affect the markets. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Trump's statement over the weekend that he's going to impose tariffs if Greenland isn't ceded to the U.S. And it was sort of interesting that it was tariffs across the EU, but not tariffs specifically on Denmark. Just EU in general, taking you all down. So, but I can't think of a stock I can trade specifically that would, that trades well, that would give us an advantage in the market, with that news. So, we'll have to just wait and see what happens with that. So,
yeah, there's nothing directly related, but maybe the overall market.
No.
The overall market, and just kind of see how things play out. I mean, we're gapping down pretty nice this morning, so hopefully, we'll get some opportunities out of that there. But yeah, this gap.
There's a lot of European and EU companies that trade in. There's a number of them, anyways, that trade in the U.S. markets, but they just seem to be moving with the market overall. So I'm sure people are trying to figure out specifically what does this mean, if anything. Like we've heard. Tariffs, I mean, and they have been, like, tariffs have been implemented, they've been on, they've been off, they've been on again. And I think the market's a little jaded with all that, right? It seems to largely ignore that news at this point. So I don't know if that's good or not, but we seem to just trundle along our way. So
yeah,
here we are.
Yeah, Ben says Greenland miners could be a good one. Yeah, but we've been watching those, right? We're like CRML, I think is one that's gapping up on that news, as you mentioned. We had them on our list last week. It didn't trade that well. These miners do well, like after hours. They'll gap up and down, and during the days it's very difficult to find some opportunities. Now this one, CRML, is hot, right? It's the 30 million shares flow, so you got to be careful. But you're right. This is one. And I'm sure there's some other ones too that probably don't get a lot of volume like what we like to see.
Right.
That can be directly in play. So,
and it's tough to tell. Searching. It feels uncertain too. Like, CRML, Critical Metals, was doing all these press releases day after day about their mining interest in Greenland and how it was yielding some benefits. But what does this news mean, right? Is it good news for them? Is it bad news? Does it increase their markets? Does it decrease it? Does it make it their things more expensive? Like, it's tough to tell. So it's an interesting stock. I mean, they continue to trade volume, especially considering where they came from, right? Like, they used to have really low volume, and it certainly picked up over the last little while. So might be worth watching. Just if you got extra room, and you're not sure what else to watch, just because it's getting volume, and that next piece of news could move CRML in unexpected directions. So if you're in the right place at the right time, you might be able to take advantage of it, but it's tough to tell. So I think, Carlos, we got to get to the the gap down list, because that's where I think all the action is going to be today.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a mess to try to figure out what is going to be in play here. Today, I already see it. I'm going with a lot of usual suspects because this list is massive, and this is all overall market. But let's do this. Let's look at the first 5 and see what's going on there, see if anything sticks out, and then we'll hop around to I'm actually just going to go usual suspects, man. We'll see. Let's go through it. Roller continues to be on here on the way down now. If you guys remember, this thing had a lot of action last week, popped up all the way to about 33 or so. Had a couple of days where it did something, sold off big on Friday, and looks like the party might be over here. So we don't know if this is overall market driving it lower, or if it's just the party might be actually over for Roller here. So low flow stock under $1 million. Again, good popcorn ticker, hard to borrow. You can't short it. Even for popcorn, might not be a good popcorn ticker even today. So I'm not watching it, Peter. I'm sure you probably won't be watching this one either.
No, yeah, and it was crazy last week. I mean, this was halting all over the place. It had some interesting moves, but it was hard to trade. I mean, at least for my strategy, just hard to manage that risk. So yeah, I'll stay out of it. And like you showed there on the daily, when something goes and in a couple of days hits a high of over $30, and now we're back to sort of that low of the gap. Yeah, I mean, anything can happen. It feels like it's now, yeah, it's sort of off of that
Yeah.
excitement. It didn't last. It's typical of this type of stock. So the volume's low too. Like we're under 400,000 shares here this morning, which is a far cry from the day when it hit 82 million shares on the day, and it would have been doing about 4 million at this point in the morning. So yeah, I think the fun's over on this.
Yeah, sure is. Again, I do like the news on this one that they got going on. We might not be seeing the end of this. Might be coming back and play later down the line because the news is nice if they're able to make that work. All right, let's continue here. VERO now leading the way here down. This just popped up over roller there, down 37% almost here. So really just getting slammed. Was down before, but I think now they're just getting. I don't know why it just popped down now again. Oh, I know why. It's above $5. That's why. Because they had the volume, they had the gap down, but my thing is gonna block anything under $5 because I usually don't trade any lower price stock like that. So yeah, they're in play. We've seen this before. Actually, we saw it not so long ago. Look at it on the daily here. Had a huge day on Friday. I don't remember seeing it Friday though, but it looks like it had a huge day on Friday. And down 36%, 1.1 million shares traded. Hard to borrow. The floating is 1.6. I mean, all the flags that I don't like on a ticker, this one has. So, Peter, what's the latest and greatest?
I mean, this is a low float. It's 1.6 million shares, and the news is that there's a company that has, anyways, Madryn Asset Management is saying that they are going to explore strategic alternatives, including possible taking the company private. So there's 1.6 million shares in the float, but they currently own 91%. And if they're looking to go take it private, then they want to accumulate all the shares. So that means that of the 1.6 million, there's only like what 100,000 shares out there available, and we've already traded 1.1 million. So we're gonna have a lot of this. It's a super low float with big turnover, which could drive the price a little wonky. I see that on our last trading day, this thing went from $6 to $13, and clearly back again. I'm not I'm not excited about it. I mean, I think this company, if they want to take it private, go for it. it's
Yeah.
it's not a good trading stock.
Yeah, we'll leave it alone here. Let's do a few more from the top, and then we'll hop around a little bit. BDTR. BDTR, we are down 8%. I'm sorry?
It's all right. It's all good.
Oh.
Dyslexia. It's a horrible disease.
So yeah, BTDR here. So we are down 8%, 240,000 shares traded. You can see here on the daily, again, doesn't trade very well. We've seen this many times on our list. I never actually watched it. I don't think we have. So again, not excited for it. I'd rather watch something else off the gap down list, Peter. Anything on it?
Yeah, I think it's just because it's been on a good increase for the last week or so, last 5 trading days. It's just a natural pullback. It just happens to be bigger than average, which puts it to the top of our list. But I think it's moving with the market. I don't see any specific news. They continue to do their AI type work and data center activities, but I don't see anything special going on.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's do 2 more, and then we'll skip around a little bit. We did this one. Galaxy. Is this Galaxy? GLXY. Oh, typed that wrong. GLXY. There it is. Galaxy. It looks messy, man. 109 million shares flow. Really messy pre-market activity. I see the daily has done some stuff. Volume is 386. I mean, I don't like anything on this. Yeah, we'll skip through this quickly, Peter. I don't see anything good.
Galaxy. I think Galaxy Quest, by the way, one of the best Star Trek. Oh my God, I can't believe I just did that. Star Trek movies. That's not a Star Trek movie. But anyways, if you haven't seen Galaxy Quest, if you like Star Trek, It's very
Yeah.
entertaining. Anyways,
Nice.
makes fun of the
All
whole
right.
genre, but in a good way. Anyways, that's a classic. Galaxy Digital is this company, and it's not a low float, but like you said, I don't see anything interesting. You know, they're expanding their data centers, they're continuing to do their work. Again, you know, I think any company that's got the rise like this, when you get the bigger the higher they fly, the farther they fall, right? So I think that's all we're seeing today. You're going to see bigger pullbacks and stuff that's had a really good previous week, but I don't think it means anything on this day when almost everything is gapping down.
All right, we'll leave this one alone, friends. And one more BMR, which we are very familiar with. VMR this morning, we are down 7%, 2.4 million shares traded. We got tons of volume, though, I'll tell you that much. We got a lot of good volume this morning, BMR. What's your thoughts on it, Peter? I mean, it's been more of a miss than a hit, but today seems like the volume is there, if you like this one.
Yeah, I mean, look, crypto. They talked that their crypto holdings are up. They've increased their stake in Ethereum, which is what they're stockpiling. Ethereum prices this morning are down. All the crypto prices are down. It looks like they had a big drop over yesterday, especially yesterday morning. There was, or yesterday night, I should say. It looks like there was a big drop in a lot of the crypto prices. I don't know what drove that, but Bitcoin, Ethereum, something happened around 7 o'clock last night, Eastern time, because you can see they all sort of dropped quite heavily at the same time. So we're sitting at a low end. That's going to just bring these crypto related companies down a little bit more than average. But again, is that an opportunity for trade? Usually not during the market day, no.
All right. Okay, friends, let's stop here. Again, I have nothing on my primary, but there are some
I
good
got
names
nothing
on
either.
this. Yeah, there are some good names down here of our usual suspect, which is probably what I'm gonna watch. I mean,
Yep.
Google's on this list. Everything is on here between that 2% and maybe 3 to 4% PDD. You name it. Quantum. I mean, everything's on here. Peter, what do you like off this list? What are you gonna be focusing on today?
I like the usuals. I have to admit, like they're looking pretty good today. Usually after a weekend, a long weekend and a day off, you know, people need to get back to trading the stuff that they would normally trade. Tesla's got good volume this morning. NVIDIA's got good volume. They're the top two on my list. And then, you know, riding in behind them are the other stuff. PLTR, AMD, even you mentioned Amazon and Google. I mean, they're trading with decent volume. Both of those have over 1 million shares so far this morning. So yeah, I mean, they all look okay to me. So, but yeah, Tesla and Nvidia definitely top of my list, but they usually are anyways. So you know, a lot of the same today. I think that it's going to be about focusing on the right thing, paying attention here. You know, one of the things I was reading over the weekend, Carlos, is a book called
Yep.
"Stillness is the Key." Anyways,
Mm.
it was about you know, focus. So I'm going to try and leverage some focus here today and see if I can find some opportunity where it exists. Brent M's read that. Oh, and so is French VWAP Trader. Yeah, it's not a
All
bad
right.
book. It's a little kitschy at times and drones on about some of his examples, but like most things, stillness is the key. It basically tells you just focus, dude. That's more or less the summary of the
Yeah.
book so far. But
Yeah, today might be some of that for sure, because the way this market is going. Um, all right, friends, let's see what you guys like. I mean, I'm just gonna go with usual suspect, like Peter mentioned. I'm gonna add Nvidia. I'm gonna add Tesla. I mean, everything is gapping down, so it's just not a whole lot that's sticking out on its own. Even the gap up stuff, there's nothing great on it. You do have this one that's gapping up. What is it? CRVS, which I do have on my a popcorn ticker, CRVS. So you do see here, look at this thing go, man. It is rocking. So that is in play. Other than that, there's nothing else that I truly love this morning. So let's do it, friends. See what you guys like this morning. We'll start here. I'm going to add NVIDIA. I'm going to add Tesla. What else you guys have that you like? Let's see what else I see here. TSM. TSM was our good buddy. Yeah, I don't know if TSM today. I know we actually traded. Was it last week or the week before? We actually traded and we actually did very well on it. I mean, it took a while to actually do something, but eventually it ended up moving. but I don't know if today's going to be the day for that. I am not sure. Even Apple's down. I'd rather look at something like Apple. They're down 1.4, 1.1 million shares traded. I'd rather look at something like that. Maybe the Metas, and you mentioned Netflix today. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah. TSM has a number of interesting little bits of news. They got some new investment. They got an upgrade from UBS. They've got a completed tariff deal apparently with the U.S. We're gonna have to see what happens here with Taiwan Semiconductor. They typically don't move on news. They just do their thing, no matter what is going on. Generally, I mean, they did have earnings. Wasn't it last week? It was fairly recently. But
which one's that one, Peter?
Sorry,
which one you were talking about?
Taiwan Semiconductor.
Yeah, TSM. Yep, gotcha.
Yep. TSM. Yeah, because I think they had earnings last week, at some point. I don't remember now. But
there was. Yeah, I think it was. They had a catalyst that moved them. I think it was them. Yeah.
Last Thursday, yeah, they had earnings. So I don't know. It's tough to get these the TSM to move in a tradable way, in my opinion. So if you want the semiconductor sector, despite the fact that TSM seems to be doing well today with a number of little bits of news, I would still go back to NVIDIA personally.
Yeah. All right, let's see what else, friends. ASTS, people are mentioning. Let's take a look. ASTS, again, down 3% here. Got some volume to it on 913,000 shares traded. Did move well the last couple of days. Right? So last week, you saw a little bit of action here, which is nice for the most part right now. Again, just it looks like everything else, right? It's hard to pick the one that's going to be the one best in play today. So I am not sure on it. What else, friends? PLTR being mentioned by Mojito. PLTR this morning. See, I like PLTR. I know it's down here. I like, again, with everything else, but PLTR is a stock that I do like to watch. So I might add this to the list, right? This might be one that I actually put on here. So let's go ahead and put PLTR because I do like when they trade well. They got great volume, 1.5 million shares traded. And it's one that I do like here. Netflix is being mentioned. Let's take a look at Netflix. Netflix, it's actually looking interesting. It's one of the few things that are green this morning. And actually, yeah, Netflix could be good, guys. But I know you mentioned this. We talked about it possibly not being the one to be heavily in play today. But you know what? It's one of the few that's green that actually can trade well. 2.6 million shares traded, up 1.6. I wonder if they know anything about their deal happening. Is that is that something they know in the back end? What's going on?
Apparently the deal is on. Apparently it's going to be happening. I guess we'll have to wait and see. The company's talking bullishly about it, that they've got a deal, they've got a price. They've got earnings after the close today. So obviously there's going to be a lot of expectation that they're going to talk very heavily and maybe give some new information. So, but that happens after the close. So, last week we started with a couple of earnings, but Carlos, now just checking out here on a trading terminal, looking at the calendar of events. Yeah, we got a couple of earnings tonight, including Netflix, United Airlines, IB, Interactive Brokers. It always surprises me. It feels ironic that IB trades so poorly. But in any event, those are probably the big ones. And then we've got some other earnings the rest of this week. But Netflix is the big one.
Yeah, this will be my list, friends, so far right now. But let's look at some other stuff. AMD, we spoke about. I don't have them on deck, but with NVIDIA, I'm going to be thinking about AMD. I'll put in a secondary here. You know what? ASTS, let's go back here. I will put ASTS in a secondary, actually. ASTS. Let's do that because it does look good. Like if you see it here, you can see the daily's looking very nice. It's getting better volume. It's moving well. It's got 900,000 shares traded. We'll put it in a secondary. We'll see how it looks. And this one, you got to be very careful. Obviously, this can move very aggressive. So please be mindful on your share size. WB, Alex, it's not a great intraday trading ticker at all. It never has been. We never put it on the list. It gets very, very, and part of the reason for that is the amount of volume it gets. Even on like news, look, like one of their best days, they got 5.9, right? So this is one of their best days. They got about what, 50 cents out of the whole thing. So it rarely moves. Lower price stock. Even the news is great for them, I would think, but it's just not going to be a one. You can find a lot more that's going to be better than this one. That's for sure. XOM this morning, what are we doing here? XOM is up slightly. Another one that doesn't trade very well. Even when news breaks out, you might get a couple of days where it does some stuff. For the most part, does not trade all that well. I know they're up on all the oil news we've been getting here and all that stuff, but I don't see anything fantastic on it at the moment. What else? Netflix, we looked at. Let's see what else. PLTR, we looked at. Okay, I think we're good, friends. I don't see anything else. Peter, anything you have come across? If I missed any messages, SMCI. Let's see this one. SMCI. Didn't we talk about this Friday, right? Yeah, Friday had a big day Friday. Nice little pop here on Friday. Let's take a look. Yeah, there it is. Nice move on Friday. So, yeah, today moving down a little bit, down 3.8, 1.5 million shares traded. It's a good possible. I mean, a lot of the stuff is down, and we'll see if this one can do anything exciting. I also want to add, you know what? Instead of this one, I want to add Apple. I want to add Apple. It would be interesting to have on deck this morning. So I'd rather do that one. You could do SMCI as well, but I'll keep Apple on deck for now and see if anything good comes out of that. But yeah, guys, ISO scanners, and we'll be talking with you guys. If you guys see something great, call it out. But I think that's what I'm gonna go with: NVIDIA, Tesla, PLTR, Netflix, and all eyes on the overall market. I mean, if this thing starts rallying and covering this gap down, or if fear starts kicking in, I saw a post on Bloomberg that the fear indicator is the highest it's been since November, so that could be interesting. If we start running one way or the other, let's find what stocks are going to give us the best opportunity. And usually our usual suspects, NVIDIA, Tesla, even Apple, AMD are really good candidates for that type of action. So let's see where this goes. But where we are going to go now is over to bearwoodtrades.com. You can click on webinars and see what's happening for the next 2 weeks. We're going to go right over to, that's frozen. That's not good. To Tuesday. My screen is not it's not showing you the right thing. Yeah, it's delayed or frozen. Yeah, it's very delayed for some reason. It is Tuesday. But we are doing our onboarding class this evening at 7, right? So I don't see it here. Did it get moved? Yeah, so our onboarding class, by the way, it will be done tonight at 7. And then I believe we are right to our regular Tuesday schedule, Peter.
Well, that's good. If we're back to our regular schedule, then we can talk about that stuff and make sure that you are aware of everything we're doing back in the community. So let's start with that. Onboarding tonight at 7. Carlos, I mean, it's your class, so that's what we're doing. Then that's what we're doing. And then you can follow that up with a double header. You can go right into our evening session on our strategy and trade book. And Lenny's going to talk about investor psychology and common mistakes that people make. We're gonna focus on that tonight, so that you can go and get the basics from Carlos, and then and go into the webinar room, because that's in the onboarding room, by the way, with Carlos tonight. So that's good for everybody. And then Lenny, it's only for our elite members at 8 p.m. Over the course of the day, we have our 2 events that we normally have, and it does we separate them between the elite members and the regular as well. So for elite members at 11, we've got the small account trade book session with Phil, and then at noon in the onboarding room we've got the DAS Trader Pro setup. So if you're new to using DAS, or you just want some tips, for example, if you happen to use charts that have no pre-market data, you may wonder why they're blank today. It always happens after we have a day off in the weekend. You gotta click that arrow on the left-hand side of it, and that's not always obvious. And then the data will populate thereafter. But you got to do that once when you fire up the platform. If you don't know that, you don't know to do it. Tips like that are what Brennan can help you out with. So attend that if you're new to DOS, or there's some new functions you'd like. I learn new stuff all the time. Do you know you can turn your charts upside down? That's sort of cool. A little dangerous. but you can do it. There's all sorts of things you can do that you may not know about. So, in any event, go and Brennan will tell you everything you needed to know that you didn't know you needed to know. So those are our sessions today: 11, 12, 7, and 8 p.m. We got 4 for you. And if you want to join on the community, well, then you can take advantage of this and so much more. We've got an entire library of webinars that you can watch at your leisure. Of course, we got the live trading room that goes from 7:30 in the morning right through till 5:30 at night, always available during market trading hours, so that you can take advantage of that and chat with other like-minded traders. To do that, you go to bearbulltraders.com and you pick the membership option that is good for you. All right, Carlos, let's set some levels and get ready. We are 15 and a half minutes away from this open.
Yeah, absolutely, friends. Jump right in. For me, NVIDIA, Tesla, PLTR, and Netflix. And then towards the bottom, we have AMD, ASTS, Apple, and our popcorn ticker, CRVS, which is pulling back. Made a new high, guys. This thing is up now 70%. Went up to 1493 and doing some stuff up there. All right, let's go to our usual suspects. Again, it's gonna be an interesting open. I don't know what I'm gonna be focusing on. We'll have to see how things develop here. 180 is the low of the pre-market on NVIDIA. The high is gonna be 183, is actually up here, 183.69. Bigger picture towards the top. I don't think you need to add anything. Highs and lows for the last two trading days, doing a great job. Above the previous day close, just in case this will be a stretch, but you do got this level here, this 187.99. You can see how many touches you have on here, so you're all set there. Then towards the bottom below the 179.99, we do have an area right on here. It's going to be 178.28, and below that, just in case, 176.57. So once you do that, you're surrounded by some highs and lows there. You don't have to do anything else. There is something right where the price action is, though. I'm just noticing now, like right where the red line is, there is something I think it might be worth marking. It's 181.59. So I'm going to put a level there. I think that's worth marking down just in case. There are some days slamming into that. All right, that's NVIDIA. Let's go down to Tesla. Also down like many of our tickers this morning. Initial high here is 430 with 77. And the bottom is 421.84. 421.80. Is the low of the pre-market there. Towards the top, very similar to NVIDIA. Highs and lows for the last two trading days, doing a good job, so you don't got to do anything up there. And then towards the bottom, in case we continue to slam lower, there's a good level right at 414.04, and then right down here at 406.33. So once you do that, guys, you are pretty good on Tesla. Next, PLTR. Again, not a great pre-market activity. You can see it's pretty quiet right now, but I like this one. It's got the volume. It can trade very well. 164.63 is the low of the pre-market. The high over at 168.99. And as many things that we're going to be looking at today, the gap down and highs and lows towards the top with the previous day close. So you're covered there. We look towards the bottom. We're going to add some levels. I see a level not too far from the pre-market low, one at 162.50, and then right over here 159.78. So a couple of levels there. They're not great levels. They're not huge level. Like this one here is a big level. This 156, that's a big one. You can see how many days are slamming into that opening, closing right at that target. You can see the nice change in direction there. That's good. But for the most part, you got some levels at least you can guide yourself with this morning. All right, let's continue here, friends. Let's see, what do we have? Netflix bouncing a little bit here. So again, the only no, not the only, besides the popcorn ticker, CRVS, is the only one green on my list, right on the primary, the only one. And if you look at it, a lot of stuff is red. Netflix, the only one that's green that I think is worth watching, at least for me. 89.58 is the high of the pre-market. Sorry, 89.28 is the high of the pre-market. The low is down right at the previous day close. I'm not going to worry too much about it. You can see it right there. The previous day close, that big level support, slammed into that a couple of times, managed to stay above it, and now we're bouncing here on some positive news, seems like. Let's see if Netflix can hold that. And again, getting some good volume, 2.8 million shares traded. We have a level at 90.63, another one over at a 91.57. Not the best intraday trading ticker, but I think today they look very, very interesting. I do like their pre-market as well, hoping to get some good action out of all of that. And again, the only ticker green this morning on my list. All right, Peter, that is what I have. What is our team watching this morning? Maybe we can get some ideas from there.
Yeah, maybe. A lot of the, not a lot, frankly. And I think it's because we're all trying to figure out what's going to move today. Thor is going to be watching Apple and AMD. Mike is watching Micron and, of course, the scanners. Jared's going to be watching Netflix, SLV, which is the silver ETF that I watch as well. SanDisk, SNDK. He's going to watch the gold, GLD, the gold ETF that I also watch, and AMD. So he's got some precious metal focus. I'm just going to keep to the stand. I didn't put anything special on my list. Tesla, NVIDIA, AMD, PLTR, and the scanners. So that's all I'm putting an eye to. Not unexpectedly, there are no IPOs listed for today. So all in all, it's a quiet day, right? No market economic news. No IPOs. Nothing expected for announcements out of the White House that I'm aware of. Let me know, guys, if you know, because sometimes those aren't announced a lot in advance, but that could be important if there's going to be any press conferences out of the White House that could move this market. But otherwise, I think we're just as steady as she goes on this down day. Now, I got to give you guys the warning that, we've seen this so many times. Just because the market is gapping down today, don't make an assumption that everything is going lower. I have no idea which direction it's going to go. We see this all the time. There is, and things could change direction. There is actually, Edward, thank you for the reminder, because you're right. 10 a.m. today, there is an expected ruling by the Supreme Court on the legality of the tariffs that President Trump and his administration have implemented. But we've had this before, right? The Supreme Court has said that they were going to provide a ruling and then have delayed that announcement in the past. So I don't know if it's going to happen or not. Again, even if it does happen, I don't know what the market's going to do, but it's good to be aware of it, because if the market starts to move in an unexpected direction, that could be the cause. You need to go find the news. But I think caution is warranted. Perhaps around 10. I think it's 10 a.m. when they're supposed to be making that announcement. So we'll keep an eye on it. But because Carlos, we'll still be here, we'll still be live on YouTube, but we'll see what happens. So the Supreme Court ruling is supposed to be at 10, but again, we've heard it be delayed, or it has been delayed in the past. So we'll see what happens.
Yep, we sure will. All right, man, we are ready. We are ready to rock and roll here.
We are.
And we'll see where things go. So friends over on YouTube, if you haven't done so, hit that thumbs up. Really appreciate it. We're going to leave you shortly here with Brian and Andrew as they take you through the market open.
Schultz is saying, I think Charlie Brown will kick the football today.
If
anybody gets that, that's an old school reference there, Schultz. But all right, that's he has not yet, ever. So always gets pulled away last minute. So if anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, I've
seen the skates, but definitely something that I grew up with, that's for sure.
There it is. Lucy's always pulling it away. Anyways, all right. Not a reference to Letterkenny? I don't think so. Shorzy? I know that's an old Peanuts reference. In any event, I think, it could be interesting. News could make today interesting. I sort of hope that we don't get a lot of big news, because I'd like to just see the market move without interruption. But Carlos, we don't get to pick this, do we? Right? We just have to react to whatever's out there. We get to see what's going on. I will say Brian and Andrew have now put their lists up. Brian's going to be watching Tesla, NVIDIA, AMD, and Rocket Lab. That's one we didn't look at this morning. Andrew also decided he's going to take a look at Rocket Lab. He put Riot on his list. We did talk about crypto and the blockchain, how it's down here this morning. So I'm not sure that Riot's necessarily going to move, but we'll find out, because Andrew will let us know. He's also watching Tesla, NVIDIA, and AMD. So both Brian and Andrew, looks like they're queuing up, getting ready to go live here, so they can be live trading here with all of our friends in the Bear Bull Traders chat room. Again, you want to be part of that chat room, you got to go to the Bear Bull Trading Community website, and that's bearbulltraders.com, and you can sign up for a membership there and then be part of the chat room. Otherwise, stick with us here on YouTube. But give us a thumbs up, by the way. We appreciate that. And Carlos, should we pull another trick on PO? Are you still doing giveaways? Should we do it like right now?
We are still doing giveaways.
You want to do a giveaway right now, just so
we could do it right now, man. Yeah.
We could do those people right that now. Join at 10:30 saying, "Did you already give it away?" And we're like, "Yeah."
Which didn't work last time.
Reward those
because somehow
market with us.
Life something won. That was hilarious. All right, let's do it. Let's do it right now. I agree.
I like it.
Hashtag funded. It was so funny. Bright for kids. I see Andrews in chat. We'll leave you guys alone. Take care. Trade safe over in our chat room. And we'll run our thing over here. But let me just mute Andrew here.
Look at everybody.
All right.
Everybody's trying to get in on it. Do you have it fired up yet? Because if they put it in before.
Up. No, it's going. Hashtag funded.
Oh, it's going.
All right. It's fired up. Yep. So it is collecting names here. I'll bring it up in a second.
My headphones. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Wait for Peter to get back here. Wait, why is it not working? Oh, I put the wrong hashtag. My bad. Excuse me, guys. I put the wrong hashtag. I'm like, why is it not working? But let's do it again. All right. It's hashtag BBT. I have I'm gonna take this off just in case. But going forward, I'm gonna add this on. But we'll take it off for now. Hashtag BBT, guys, is the ticker. Hashtag BBT. And we'll run it now. Hit that thumbs up as well, friends. Help us out. It does mean a lot. We got 1,000 people watching this morning, which is really nice. So we'll give it another minute or so for people to jump in there. Hashtag BBT. Hashtag BBT. We'll get it going.
Okay. Who's going to be our lucky participant today, Carlos?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Let's see who gets it. What did I do? Oh, man. I think the recording for my train terminal thing didn't work. I can't find the recording. Hopefully the chat room will do it. Yeah.
That's no good.
Yeah, because we had a really good session. Hey, worst case, we'll do it again. But
wait, did you change? Did you change the hashtag? What is it?
Hashtag BBT. Hashtag BBT. That's what we were doing, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right, okay.
All right, it's going. All right, here it is. Here goes the winner. Let me do it myself, too. See if that works. Hashtag BBT.
Yeah. Me, too. I'm going to jump in.
Let me see. Let's see if I get.
See if I can win.
There it is. Here's Peter. There's me. Let's see if we can get some kind of love. All right. 5 more seconds. 9:27. We'll get that done. And here it goes. The winner is ICIC 2088. Lambos and Garbage Truck member ICIC 2088. Congratulations. You are the winner, my friend. Send me an email, carlos@bearwithtraders.com, and we will get you all set up. So congrats, my friend. And if you didn't win, better luck tomorrow and the rest of this week. So congrats.
Yeah, cool. All right, there you go. Giveaway done. Look at that. We're ahead of the game now.
Yeah, we are.
Let me change. I got to change my platform over. We got 2.5 minutes to this market open.
Yep, we got everything set.
So listen to the chat room.
Dutch Trader, welcome to the chat. Yeah, so it's we do it for our Lambos and Garbage Truck members. Once in a while, we'll do it for the entire group. But it's kind of a thank you for our Lambos and Garbage Truck members that join. Then once in a while, we'll do it for everyone watching. As we appreciate all you guys being on here, and we do it every day. So welcome. I haven't seen your name before. Don't remember the icon. So it looks like you're new, but welcome, man. Happy to have you here. Make sure to subscribe. You can always catch us live here. Bright Light for Kids. I gotta get you did I get you your code? I gotta get you your code. I'll do it today. I was out in Florida enjoying the warmer weather. And we're back, and we'll get you that.
Rocket Lab that they got an upgrade.
Some movement.
Domestic defense recapitalization. What the heck? God. Where is the U.S. getting this money? I love how modern country economics. Debt. Who cares about debt? I don't care about no stinking debt. Anyways, all right. Let's see what's happening.
We're seeing that our rocket lamps. Peter just mentioned. Yeah, it does look strong here. It's doing something, and look at it go here in the 1 minute. So we'll see how it looks when the bell rings in a couple here.
Relax. Andrew and Brian put it on their list. They're watching it, so we'll keep an eye on Rocket Lab too. I've got my usual suspects here, guys. We've got about 20 seconds to the market open. We're gonna watch Tesla. Oh, look at Tesla's already running up a bit.
Yep.
And NVIDIA.
Friends, also remind, if you're on X or YouTube, make sure you hit the live button so you're up to date to the most recent that you can be. So it's gonna be a couple seconds delay, but just make sure you hit live because sometimes it does get delayed. All right, here it is. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. There's the bell. Let's see what's in play.
Tesla. Okay. Tesla at 430. Oh, you know what I need to do, Carlos? I need to get my. Here it is.
Yes, me too. I know exactly what you're talking about. I need to do the same.
Let me get my Atlas going.
Same.
Okay.
Cole Croft over on YouTube. Welcome to the Lambos and Garbage Truck family, my friend. Good to have you. Welcome, welcome. I don't know about today. Trading Confessionals. Welcome. I don't think I've seen your as a Lambos and Garbage Truck, so or maybe just quiet in the background. But hello.
Wow,
Good
AMD
to see you.
Is ripping.
NVIDIA's not doing a whole lot. Tesla.
Wow,
Tesla.
Look at Tesla pull
down.
Tesla. Yikes. NVIDIA dropping. Tesla dropping. AMD, though, is going strong. That's a little weird. Oh, Carlos, I
know.
wanted to get an open trade here, but
I don't want to jump on anything too quick, man. I feel like, I don't know. Today feels weird.
Yeah. Today feels weird?
Yeah, I want to make sure I get this right. So strange today.
Fair.
Let's see. PLTR, Netflix.
Netflix dropping.
AMD continues to be strong, as you mentioned before, moving higher here as well. What else, friends? What else? Secondary ticker, CRVS, the popcorn ticker. Getting good volume. Careful on that one. Apple. Look at Apple move up here too. That looks nice.
Where's Tesla going to go? 420's got a lot of orders. Yeah, there's not a lot, on the top side. It looks...
Apple 1 minute ORB, maybe. Let's see here. Netflix back above the VWAP. PLTR. Yeah, I don't see anything I love, Peter. What do you like? Anything good?
I'm looking at Tesla for a potential short here, but I don't know what it's gonna do here. So
you Tesla short?
Gotta wait because Tesla. Yeah, I'm not short yet, but I'm just watching it to see if it's what it's gonna do here below the VWAP. It's 426. I don't like how it's hanging out at this price.
It's a great 5-minute ORB candle, depending how it closes now.
Yeah.
We'll have to see here.
The market is pushing up right now.
Yeah, that's what when I say it was a weird day, it's just because the way the market is set up and how I feel like a lot of things are just gonna follow the overall SPY. It's just weird. So, and we've seen this situation before. Just being patient really helps, not jumping right away on something. So just be mindful of that. Here's NVIDIA. NVIDIA back above the VWAP. You got a lot of selling pressure on that 5-minute candle. This is a lot of buying pressure, excuse me. Buying pressure on NVIDIA. So just look at this. We're closing on the 5-minute shortly. If we stay above the VWAP, I might like this long, Peter, on NVIDIA for a 5-minute ORB. Let's see. Let's see if we could close here. It would be nice to close strong. See, serious. The people that are doing BBT funded now, are you guys delaying the fee? Because that was like 10 minutes ago. Okay, here it is. Closing new 5-minute or a candle on NVIDIA, which I look at it as bullish. Just look at the buying pressure there.
Well, I did try the short on Tesla and I got stuck.
Here it is.
So it's a
I'm
loss
long.
to start the week.
Long NVIDIA for the 5-minute ORB.
Right.
Yeah, let's see. We gotta push here, man. If it doesn't push, I might be out even before my stop. Stop is at VWAP. We're not getting the good continuation on this thing. But let's see. Oh, that's not good. That dropped way too fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I went short again on Tesla and I got a partial down at VWAP, but then it bounced hard, so
excuse me.
I got back out.
Yeah, my bail on. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out on NVIDIA. It dropped way too fast. So out right here at the VWAP. We just couldn't get the continuation on it. So let's see if we can hold here. If we can come back up, I'll get back along. But we have to hold here. Wow, look at this drop.
A horrible fill.
Yeah, actually got a bad field as far as where the price was, but it was in my favor. Like this, it was just weird. Like the price was down here, and I got filled actually higher, which is good on the cover. Not the cover, the sell. But yeah, price action is very. I'm
still short bias on Tesla.
Are you back in it or no?
Come on, Tesla. Yeah, I'm in it for the third time. I'm short at VWAP, and I'm gonna take a partial here, so I can. Let me put the.
Nice. Do I have your screen?
You
oh yeah, I see it. Yep.
Yep.
There
oh, hold on. I gotta take another.
Oh, you're getting a nice move here, Peter. Yes.
There we go. Oh yes.
And lower.
Let's take another one.
Okay. See if we get 423.
So good short here. I've made back my losses. I'm green now on the day, so that's good. We'll see. Still carrying about half my size, so hopefully we'll go lower. You can see it took me 3 times. So the first one I got in a small size, scaled in, and then got stopped out. Second time is another short, partial at break at VWAP, and then I got stopped out again, and then I went short a third time. So we'll. Oh, the NVIDIA's pushing a little lower.
It's actually going lower, man.
Yeah.
Market's starting to sell off, so I see things are heading south. I don't see anything I love. Tesla. Yeah, nice drop to 423.42. Let's see if we can give you another leg down. Netflix, choppy. NVIDIA.
I need VWAP to hold here. It's really pulling back on me. And the market's pushing higher.
Oh,
Wish
damn
I'd
it,
taken a little more
STS.
off down at 424. I was hoping for a push all the way down to 420. But we'll see. We'll see what we get here.
STS is moving higher, but very light volume on it, which just makes it difficult to trade. AMD. Guys, friends, I don't see anything. ONDS up 8% today. That's the stock that our friends say is going to be the best thing this year, right? ONDS. Oh, wow. Yeah, look at that move.
Yeah.
It's moving, man. It is rocking.
What's it at now? What's the price on ONDS?
Well, it's still at 13 because it did drop. Like if you look at the daily, you had a drop a couple of days ago. But today's having a good day. Yeah, it's been higher. I think it touched a 1.15. So it has lost some ground since then. All right, Peter, this is good. It's rejecting VWAP. Let's see if we get the drop here on Tesla. That's a good move. Yeah. I like the price action. This would have been. You did?
Added to my short here.
Oh, and, Peter, you're trading
not a great
amazing
ad,
here.
But I really wanted to see the confirmation. So I hope it's going to drop now. I'm going to take some off if it gets below 424. So we'll see if it does or not. It's right back at my ad spot. So my break even is still above the VWAP, but not by much. So go on, Tesla. Drop. Low of day. What's the low of day? 423.42. That would be good. Oh wow, look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA is 180
man.
below 180.
79, 72.
Come on, the market's dropping.
A beautiful
Tesla.
short.
Go with it. Go. What does the Atlas tell me? Atlas doesn't have a lot, on Tesla. There is a lot more to the downside. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's not dropping here. Come on.
It's got to go. It should drop at least. I mean, VID's already falling apart here. 179.69.
The problem is if it's been holding here. Now, if the market pops up, it might pop with it. So.
Yeah, that's so. It's funny how you read that the same way I do. Like I feel like if the market's selling off and the stock is not selling, if it turns the other way, that's gonna be one of the first stocks gonna slingshot. I think of it like that too. Not necessarily the way it works, but I do think of it that way. I see a couple people calling out MU. Yes, MU's been strong. MU's just hanging out here near their all-time highs. Well, they're above it now. But before this pop here, they were just hanging out just below the previous day close, which is near their all-time highs. And now just look at it go, man. Wow. MU is just incredible. Daily-wise, not the best intraday trading stock, but they are just, oh, man, just crushing it. All right, I need to find a trade. Let's see. PLTR is trying to pull back above the VWAP. Tesla's not looking too good. Not having a hard time selling off. See if we could reject this VWAP again for you, Peter. Ah, sucks. Going above it. Let me guess. The market's turning. Yeah, the market's turning. So the market's not helping you here. So it bounces a little bit.
It's right below my. There you go. I just got stopped out at my new break even.
Through.
So it's it's interesting. Like this is one of those days where there was a lot of orders on the Atlas on the downside, but the price action it was holding that level so a little too well. And like you said, even when the market was dropping fairly heavily, Tesla was holding that 425 and just couldn't get lower. So I'm just gonna sit out now. I mean, at least I came out with a little bit of profit out of those 3 trades, but certainly not to the level I was hoping for. So
yeah.
All right, what else we got? NVIDIA, I don't know that I would have taken NVIDIA. I mean, and it looks great in hindsight, Carlos, on the 5 minute engulfing here, but I don't know that I would have taken that.
Short, I thought about it, but the price action was a little bit weird, man. The drop happened quick.
Mm,
So I don't. It would have been a tough trade on the engulfing there.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then even when it breaks to the V up, you don't really get a good pullback. So yeah, that would have been a tough short. The Tesla was much cleaner, I think. It didn't run, but it was definitely much cleaner than the Nvidia short.
Yeah.
Didn't run as much as we wanted to. Did run, but not as much.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what else we got?
Yeah, I'm looking, man. I don't see anything that I'm in love with right now. Tesla above the VIA could
Well,
be
and you
good.
said, you sort of you want to get it right today. You didn't want to jump in anything, and I can appreciate that, right? I think that's a smart move, Carlos, for you to just say, just wait. You did try,
Hmm.
the trade
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Nvidia didn't work, so let's just wait. Let's see what we
yeah,
find, and if we don't
exactly.
find anything, then so be it.
Yeah, days like this when the market has so much impact on stocks are a bit more difficult at times, right? If things don't trend right away, could be a little bit more difficult. Trading
Yeah.
view totally
Andrew went
froze.
long Tesla.
Yeah,
Andrew was actually short with me on Tesla in that earlier short. He just went
nice.
long, but this is exactly where Tesla had bounced before at the 428. So I just don't know what it's going to do.
I like
Andrew's
the
usually
setup
right
now
on these
though.
things.
Yeah, I like the setup
Yeah.
now. If we can hold here, if this can hold, next candle's in like 30 seconds and push higher, that could be a great long.
Mm,
That could be a great long.
yeah.
Jose, what do you want me to look at? Nvidia? Let's see. Nvidia touched the after hours low and it's going up. Let's see. So that's a reversal, right? If you want to take a reversal here, I don't trade the reversal, but this can be a V reversal off a level, and then you put your stop a little bit lower. So you definitely can do that. But yeah, that's not one of my strategy, my trade book. So I haven't taken enough trades like that to say, hey, this is profitable or not. It's working now. Like if you got in here, let's say right in here, 180, you got at least 60 cents right now. So it's working. And then your target is VWAP. But again, not typically something I
I
trade.
don't I don't trust Tesla. I don't
It's
know if
got to
it's going to
hold.
hold the VWAP here.
Yeah, if it doesn't hold here, like our trade
And
here
it
will be 427.94.
Yeah, it's still got all those downside orders, which if it holds here, this is
Yeah,
actually a great entry if it holds, but
yeah,
I don't know. The market is pushing down right now.
yeah. It's got to hold here. If you look at
But
if you look at the bigger time frame is not looking good. Look at this
no.
back and forth. But see if it hold. This will be a big hold if it does that here. This will be big time. If it can hold here and push higher, this could be very nice, Peter.
Mhm.
Come on, go up. I could take this trade. This is it's struggling.
Yeah, it's
Might not be
breaking
ready yet.
VWAP now.
Might not be ready yet. Yeah.
Yeah,
See, our
I don't
strategy
love
now is
Tesla.
not
I
in
don't like the
play.
look of it.
Yeah. Once it breaks here,
No.
it's not in play there. So we gotta
Yeah.
wait. Gotta
Didn't
wait. Gotta
hold.
wait. Yeah.
Yeah, didn't hold VWAP. So I know people are watching Rocket Lab. Brian and Andrew are watching Rocket Lab. It did make a little bit of a move. I know that Brian in the chat room tried to trade Rocket Lab, but he said the spread was horrible on it, and I guess
Mm,
that's not a surprise. It's not one of those stocks that typically trades really, really well.
yeah.
So, and it's I don't know. I mean, it's
Oh
not
yeah. It is
particularly
actually.
in play today that I'm aware of.
It is actually pretty bad. I looked at it. I'm like, it's 10 cents, not that bad. But then if you keep looking at it, times it'll go to 30. So yeah, it's pretty. Could be pretty
Yeah,
nasty for a stock that's ninety
that's
four
that's the
dollars.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, $100 stock. You sort of want a 10 or 20 cent spread on it. At least I do. Um, and I'm just watching the price action right now. It doesn't look all that bad, but
So here's an interesting thing. So my worst days are Mondays. Today's not Monday.
mm,
Not really got a red trade.
No.
So maybe it's just coming back from any type of vacation, holiday, couple of days off. Just the first day back in trading, it's just not good.
And how did it looked like your trip to Florida went well? You sent us a picture of you golfing. That looked cool.
Yes.
Like you had a lot of fun.
Such a great time, man. It was chilly at night, but during the day, once the sun came out, we had such great weather. So really enjoy myself, man. I like Florida. I don't like the summers, but I definitely like it during other times. It's hot, Peter. It gets. Have you been to Florida before?
Your brother was surprised. He didn't listen to the show. He didn't know you were
No, he was not surprised. He's like, I expected you two to come down. He was surprised with with a friend that we brought over. He's in the picture, but he was not surprised with me and my brother. He's like, I expect you to be here for my 40th. He knows us too well.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, I've been to Florida a few times over the years. I've been once in the summer, and I said never again because it was like brutal. Being in a sauna. It was just like the
minute you step out
the whole time. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, it was horrible. I said, okay, this is not good. But Florida, like we did a meetup, Bearable Traders event about this time of year a few years ago, and we were in where were we? Fort Lauderdale area.
Okay. Yep.
And
it's an hour from my brother lives. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, it was sort of cool at night, but during the day, it was beautiful. I remember going for runs, and I'm like, this is really quite comfortable.
Awesome. Nice. Yeah.
Where's the there's a Hard Rock
that is by when we went to, because we flew out of Fort Lauderdale. With the guitar? No, that's by Fort Lauderdale, I think.
Yeah, the one that's in the shape of the guitar.
Yeah, it's by Fort Lauderdale. It's by the airport. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So anyways, yeah,
that was fun. Been there a couple of times. Had a lot of fun there.
Yeah. Hollywood. It was near Hollywood.
All right, friends. What's happening? Look at Tesla right back up. Look at this, man. But then I look at this 5 minutes, just back and forth, back and forth. I mean, if you could trade the ranges, you can get $1, almost $3 actually. Almost $3 if you could trade the range back and forth. But, jeez, it's not trading well. Fire-baked clay. Okay, congratulations. Well, not congratulations, but welcome to the Lambos and Garbage Truck family. Well, it could be congratulations because you're going to have a lot of fun joining us here. So thank you. Good to have you part of the family here. Glad to have you, and welcome. All right, Tesla's back up, Peter. Is Andrew getting back in it? Still in What's the situation? Okay, jump in.
I don't know what. No, he is actually. He's long again. It looks like.
Yeah, TSLA. Yeah, very good. Let's see. So here's the breakout again.
Maybe he was short doing? Actually earlier and just got stopped out. I don't know I'm not sure what his trades are. He's flipping around there, so it's tough. I mean, it's definitely choppy, right? Like. Yeah. We just have to look at Tesla right now to see how many times, like, it's curling around this VWAP, so clearly it's non-directional, and to my mind, and so that makes it tough. So I tried it; it didn't move directionally. So I'm just going to sit out now and wait. NVIDIA ended up being a move down, but it wasn't obvious to start. Like, again, you just look at this market, look at the SPY, look at the Qs, right? You just have to look at those charts, and you can see how choppy it is this morning. Whether you look at a 1 minute or a 5 minute, you can just tell, like, we're not going anywhere fast. We started with a gap down. We're moving slightly higher on the market indices, but not enough to actually recover much of anything. So yeah, it's a shame because I was hoping for some big trading here this morning, but nothing yet. This is not so bad for me. Like I keep telling you guys, usually it's later in the day. If I keep focused, I can find some good trading opportunity.
Tesla. I think eventually we'll get our breakout, guys. I mean, we're only literally 20 3.5 minutes into the market open, right? So plenty, plenty of times. We just gotta wait for the setup. I know we say it's a lot, but it's so important. Just wait for our setups. We'll get them.
Yeah.
Here's Tesla breaking through. It's hard to take this via breakout. This is my play here. Breakout. Here's the pullback. Here's the entry candle. But I know it's following the overall market, and the market is pulling back now. So is Tesla going to pull back now? Or is the market going to turn around? But this is my play right here. Sorry, I'm not showing the right thing here. This is the entry. That's the entry. Ah, so tempting, Peter, to go long on Tesla. Right here, 427.23. Give it about 40 cents.
Now, trade mapper, trade maper. Is that meant to be mapper? There's only one P. Anyways, what time in the later? Yeah, usually, so you step away around 10:30. That's when my trades start. I actually have an alarm that goes off at 10:30 that helps me be aware of the trades that, or sorry, of the time, because my longer trades anywhere from 10:30 to about 1:30. That's actually when they set up best. But there's a big but it depends on the market has to have moved, or the stocks I'm watching have to have moved by then. I need some directional movement. So if Tesla stays curling around the VWAP, there's not going to be a trade. My trades are reversals from higher lows of days. So I need a stock to have moved to the higher low of days. So sometimes when they start like this, they're just not going anywhere. But then the move might start around 10 o'clock, 10:15. That's not the trade. I've got to wait for it to move to the high or low. Then I can take a reversal on it. Those are actually pretty good trades for me, because they technically set up very well for me, but you've got to be, extremely patient. Like, you have to have a lot of patience on those, because again, like I'm going to wait through, the chop, then I've got to wait through a move, then I'm taking a reversal of that move, if that makes sense. So
yeah.
it's not for everybody, because it means you're sitting around watching things move and you're not taking it. But I found a good, reliable, it's reliable for me. It just means, though, that I'm, watching the markets for hours and hours every day. So,
yeah. And look at Tesla, guys. Glad I didn't take it.
Yeah.
It's just,
see, Andrew's having one of these days
yeah,
where he's trying. He's trading Tesla. He's tried to go from the stock Tesla to trade TSLL, and he just got stopped out again on the long. So he went short, stopped out, long, stopped out. This is a good example. Unfortunately, Andrew is being our case study here of, you can get chopped up, right? Because every time you think it's going long, you'll get stopped when it moves lower, and then you're like, okay, so it must be a short, and you flip your position, and then you get stopped as it moves higher, right? So it's just, these days happen. And it's interesting to see Andrew get caught on it, because it just shows you, like, even the best can get caught on these things. So don't get too demoralized if you're not having a good day, or you're sitting here going, I don't know what the heck's going on. Like, how am I supposed to trade this? I don't see anything. You're not alone. It's just one of those days. So far, anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Going through my list here, I do see Intel, guys. Yeah, Intel is actually having a good day.
See, and it was the one that was moving, where a lot of the others weren't, right? It was green early on when a lot of stuff wasn't. Yeah, it's not bad. Still don't like Intel, to be honest. But I can't argue that it's moving.
Yep.
All right, so we're supposed to get, we'll see. We were supposed to get the Supreme Court
decision, right? Yeah.
Decision on Trump's tariffs. Now, I don't, well, again, we've heard it before, where the Supreme Court has said they're going to issue a decision and then has delayed that. I just don't know what to expect, but know that if it does happen at 10, and I'm not sure that the Supreme Court really cares about the clock too much. It's not like some other things where, when they say 10, they do it at 10. I just, and this is just me, I don't know for a fact, but I feel like the Supreme Court is like, we make our decision when we make our decision. We're not going to rush it. They're not worried about the stock market. Their their minds are elsewhere. So, so we'll see. We'll see anyways. if this decision is released. And if so, if it is, I expect the market to react. It might be short-lived, but we might get an immediate move. So, but we'll see what happens. I don't. I'm watching the news here, Carlos. I'll let you know.
Mm-hmm.
Random things, by the way. I like to use the
Yep.
chat room and you guys here on YouTube and X as a little bit of my focus group. So when things quiet down here in a little bit, if nothing's going
Yeah.
on, I got a question to ask you guys. It's not a rant today; it's a question. So because I need your help.
Nice.
So
We'll help Peter today. We will help
Yeah.
Peter.
Yeah, you guys are my sounding board.
We have our trading simulator should be on. Let me check. We go check, see if it's working. Our funded account, Peter. Let's see if that's working. So
That is hideous.
See what's up. What is simulator?
AMD is green and moving a little higher here. Even AMD, which started strong, did this big pullback. Now it's going up a little bit, but all right. So Tesla looks like it's dropping here again. Do you think now is the time for Tesla to drop, Carlos?
Nah, man, this thing is just. What's the SPY doing? You gotta look at the SPY.
Yeah, SPY it's just below VWAP.
This thing is just doing whatever the market is doing. So it's very difficult to trade like that. It really is, friends. So.
Yeah. I was thinking of actually jumping in short again if Tesla was going to break down here, but I just don't know. It just like you said, it's sort of doing what the market is doing. Let's see, what's the
if you look at the SPY too. Well, yeah, we got 10 o'clock coming up, right?
Yeah.
Or here, let's see if anything happens.
Where'd my news go? Here it is.
Code Croft, how does the fund? Okay, here it is. Tesla's dropping, SPY's dropping. We're getting some selling here.
Maybe I should have gone short.
NVDA. PLTR, nothing. Netflix, nothing. ASTS did drop. Apple not doing much. CRVS might be trying to do something here. Yeah, guys, tough day. So just be patient. Tesla's gonna be a beautiful short. Looks like about to hit the low of the day if it keeps going like this.
Yeah, I wish now, of course, that I'd shorted when I said it, but I didn't.
It's a tough short though because
you're right at 10 o'clock.
Yeah. But if you look at it, this has been doing this, right? What makes this part here different than this one, than this breakout, and then this breakout, right? You just can't tell. It all looks the same, right? Except that it rejects here and sells down. So very difficult to trade like that. Very, very difficult. I
mean, technically it is putting in lower highs. If you look, it's got 5 consecutive lower highs. If you start right at the beginning of the day there, Carlos.
Here?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
5,
yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's got these lower highs
lines,
that are going in. But it's not an easy trade for sure, because it also is putting in slightly, like, it's not like consistent. It's not like it's lower lows. It's sort of the low part is bouncing around. So you're right. It's really not clear. And look, I mean, it's not like it dropped and then it dropped right down to 420. I mean, it dropped by like $1. It still didn't really get through 424. So, you know, my partial, I mean, if you look at my earlier trade, I actually got a partial under 424, 423.97 as it turns out. But, you know, like that's, you know, it still hasn't really broken through that. Where's that chart? Here it is. So, you know, I'm still feeling pretty good about this earlier trade because at least I got some off. I wish I'd taken a bigger partial down there, but hindsight is always 2020. So, is scalping a good strategy? So, Santo, that's a good question. You know, you have to know what you're doing on scalping. I mean, it could be. I mean, you know, yes, if you've got a strategy that you can execute, which means you'd go short at the highs and long at the lows. Excuse me, or however you want to play it. It could be, but it's a risky one because when it does decide to run, when you get caught, that's when things go bad. So you have to understand what your risk parameters. I've never developed a strategy like that because I find it's tough because you just don't know until almost after the fact. When is it going to be a choppy day and when is it going to be a directional day? And being that this market has been on a 10-year, tear higher, that's why most people play the direction rather than the chop. But there was a period of time where the chop was the thing to play because the market was in a chop for a couple of years. But that's that's a decade ago, right? So
yeah, things definitely changed since then. Even from when me and you started trading, man, it's a lot more volatility now. Definitely a different type of market. Question: how does the funded account work? It's a very, very straightforward code. So basically, once you sign up, make sure you read the rules on what's acceptable and what's not. It's just basically to prevent people from gaming the system, right? Going in there and taking one or two trades, making $20,000, and then not trading ever again, right? That's not the point of the funded account. So just make sure you read the rules. But the way it works is you sign up and you have 90 days to basically trade and maintain your account. And if whatever profit you end with, Andrew will pay you out. I see a couple of great payouts. Some people are making 1,500, others are making 2,000. So I'm making 10 is the max that you can make. So just make sure that you're following the rules. And I think the key is trade small. I know everybody wants to get their max payout of 10,000, but if you trade too big at the beginning and you fall below the threshold, then you no longer consider, right? So trade small, manage your risk. The real reward of the funded account is that if you can make money there, then you can go ahead and open up your account and just trade the way you did there, right? It puts that pressure that you don't have with a regular simulator when there's no skin in the game, right?
Yeah, so far I'm feeling happy that I didn't go chase this lower because
or me higher. I was thinking of going long here, right? And it looked good. I said it looked great. I didn't like it. Didn't like the fact specifically that the market was selling down while I was thinking of going long here, right? Because this is just moving with the market. So I said, you know what? I'm not gonna take this. It's not market selling off, and glad I didn't because look at this big sell off, right? And then the same thing here. Yep. It's not easy to take this short with the way this thing is trading today. So NVIDIA is bouncing back. Let's see how it looks at the VWAP. Can we have a garbage truck in honor of PLTR today? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at PLTR and we'll definitely... I mean, it looks like everything else. The whole market could get the truck today. The whole entire market. We're going to pull up to the truck like this on both exchanges. It's just... It's so bad. Here is the garbage, my friends. Oh, I tell you. It's something else today.
Look at this. Tesla's coming back up.
But the market's starting to sell down. Like even back up, the market's selling down the way it is now. I wouldn't trust that long, man. I want to see a day like this. Look at the market selling down. I want to see the SPY and the stock I'm trading going in the same direction today. Just don't need the extra pressure. What's happening? It looks like news related the way this volume is coming in. Look at that on the SPY. See that? Yeah. See if it continues to push up there.
Get the let's see if I've got the Supreme Court. I don't see the Supreme Court data coming out. So any announcement? I'm not seeing it in the news, anyways, unless you guys do.
Yeah,
it does look like we're.
Maybe not. It might seem like it, but we did get extra volume, more volume than the previous candle. But again, nothing too significant, I would think. Because it did stop here, so. Your order's not getting filled or canceled on Dash Trader Pro. Live, sim, Well, what's going on? What's the error you're getting? Usually they'll tell you the error that you might be getting. There it is. SPY is gonna try to
AMD
make a
is
new
pushing
low here.
higher here, Carlos. It's
It is. I don't know, man. I don't really want to go against the SPY. SPY just made a new low and lower. I mean, it's yeah. If it goes above the re-up and we get our play, we can look at an opportunity here. Our VI breakout. Let's see. News right now, I guess. Supreme Court doesn't rule tariff today. They pushed it back. Is that confirmed?
Yeah, looks like they've done that.
Okay.
Which is not a surprise.
You mentioned this happens all the time. We've seen this happen all the time.
They've done it before, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nothing new. Yeah, insane trader. Make sure you have the same ticker on the montage. But yeah, that's not good. And cancel it from. You can also cancel it from the positions window. Cancel it from the positions window, right? So do that. That might be easier. Your positions window is gonna have a X on it. You can cancel it there. I got in that before sometimes. When you hit the cancel button, that does some weird stuff at times.
Yeah, I've never really. I know people have talked about that. I've never seen that myself, but
yeah, it's usually if you double click on your order and you drag it in the just the montage, then you can cancel it that way. But if you just put Netflix, like sometimes it won't work. It's just a weird thing. Like the cancellation won't just cancel. It's gotta copy the order. When you double click on the order, it puts all the order information into the montage, and then you can cancel it. I think it works.
Right.
So try both of those. Yeah, see, look at NVIDIA. Here, try look good. Try to get above the VF. SPY says no, and down we go. So tough situation. Oh, insane trade. In that case, if no order showing, that you gotta reach out to them, see what's going on. Reach out to them, see what's happening. If you're trading live, go to your broker. You can always manage the order from there. It won't reflect on Dashtrader Pro, but if you're live, go to the broker and take care of what you gotta take care of. If it's in Sim, then just reach out to them, find out what's going on, or restart the platform. If it's in Sim, restart your platform and see if that helps. But yeah, reach out to them; they'll take care of you. There's some issue.
Yep.
Okay. Which again, I wish they would have decided today, so then we can get moving and have something less to right. Because now it's an indecision, right? We decide, okay, we get over it, we get our movements going, or whether yes or no, and then we can trade the action. But now it's another waiting game, right? So as far as us traders, right, we just thinking of trading volatility and blah blah blah. So all right, let's see. Wow, friends, nothing. PLTR, good breakout. Again, very tough trade. But you guys mentioned this earlier, right? But very tough trade. Look at this. Chop, chop, chop. And this candle, it looks nothing different than any other candle you've seen here when it got to that point. Just takes off, right? So that's very tough to trade that breakout. But it is hitting almost high of the day here. 169.46 is the high. Getting pretty close to it. Tesla, going to try one more time here, looks like, to get above the VWAP. And NVIDIA just stuck.
Yeah. Not much moving here. AMD was charging earlier. I mean, it's still at a high, but it's not great.
Yeah.
At least I don't like the look of it.
MU. People are asking for MU. Might have been double top mountain pass here, Peter.
MU. Let's see. I haven't even been looking.
Pretty early.
Let's
probably too early on the 1 minute.
Yeah, it's early, and there was no volume.
Not
at
deep
the top,
enough.
So that would that would make it really hard. I mean, obviously there's a lot of them that look good in hindsight, and it's just tough to. It would have been tough to jump on that, in my opinion. So.
Yeah, I agree, because this looks more like a consolidation, really. You don't really see like the drop and the retest. It's not a clear. You look at it here, but yeah, look at that. I have VWAP, testing VWAP now. I'm sorry. Gonna see if we can use VWAP as resistance now to head lower, or just keep going. Who knows? Who knows? But this is one ticker alongside Intel that they've been doing their own thing, right? Beautiful breakout today. If you look at the SPY, MU, Intel, they've just been doing their own thing. Intel looks like it wants to go higher, so they have not been trading with the overall market. For the most part. I knew it. I said today, this day, I don't feel too great about this day. Man, look at that. It turned out to be a brutal day. Not as far as trading. Only, I knew it. Exactly. I got to get the Brian. So got the Brian face in here. We got to get Brian's face in here. But
I knew it.
Yeah, knew it. Garbage day. If you made money today, you did very well. No matter how much you made, you did very well. If you ended green somehow, take it.
I feel lucky to be in the green right now, to be honest.
Take it, because it's not an easy day.
Brian's gonna tell me a bad pun.
He is.
What's
he gonna tell you?
I don't know. He said I would appreciate a bad pun. I want to hear the bad pun. Now he's holding out on me. All right, yeah. So I'm just watching here. I'm not seeing anything set up. So even the Tesla, right, looked like it was going to a low of day, and then look what happened, right? It just sort of ran out of steam.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, let's roll the truck. People are asking for the truck. We'll roll it. We'll roll the truck in the entire market today.
Yeah.
Let's do that. I know people want to see and hear the truck. There you go. Truck in the entire market today. Pure chop. And our emojis in chat. Garbage truck emojis. All right, Tesla. Hopefully things get better. We still got a lot of time. Yep. PLTR.
There's time.
Netflix. Going through my list, I just don't see anything. Wow, Intel making a new high, friends. You guys trade Intel? Wow.
Intel. What's Intel up to? Oh yeah, Intel's at a high here.
Yes. It's nice.
Still can't convince me to like it, but
no, yeah, it's it's moving. But if you really look at it, what would the trade be here? You know, even at the 5 minute, let me see. If I look at the 5 minute, what do we have? Maybe a 5 minute RB. I don't like the 1 minute though. Yeah, I don't know. This stock, I don't know. I don't know. It's very, very weird. Very hard to trade, I think. Mojito, yes. You know what? I agree. You know, and I would have said the same comment too. Coming into a channel, you come in, you've been sitting here for 30 minutes, almost to 30 minutes or so, maybe an hour, and you're saying we haven't taken any trade, or at least we're taking very little trades, right? And I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm waiting for the new person. These guys even trade? And market is, you know, my trading at least is a lot of waiting and watching. We do a lot more of that than actual hitting the button.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what the majority of trading is.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's exactly what it is.
And depending on your trading style, right? If you're a scalper, it's a little bit different. By now, you could have 15, 20 trades that, you know, are part of the way you trade. And that's okay too. I personally don't like that style as much. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, this is very nice. See if I could share this big screen. Look at this, guys. So far. Look at this here. The payouts that we have done so far. A few of the payouts we have done so far. It's nice. I can testify the truth of this information here in Tanzania. Oh, these are the winners. These are the winners from Tanzania.
Yep.
Yeah, so very nice.
Tanzania? Oh, yeah.
Tanzania,
those are the ones Ander interviewed.
Yes. He
Tanzania.
Did an interview with, Tanzania. That's what you said. Yeah, Tanzania.
Took us a moment.
Yeah, but very, very nice. So some of the names. See, $2. See, like this person, $2, right? Pay for his course and then some. Pay for his course. So I'm sure these guys were not trading big amounts, right? You trade a decent amount and just make it work. And as you increase your buying power, then you can increase your size. But if you start off to increase your size and go insane, you're gonna be disqualified. You're gonna fall below the threshold. So definitely check it out. Oh, cool, Deep. I did not expect that from you, my friend. Come on, cool, Deep. No, not you.
No,
Anybody else but you. Not you,
man.
You're my guy. You're my guy.
Yeah. Well, look at that.
Oh, cool, Deep.
Guy.
All right.
Sit down.
I'm saddened by this news. Saddened.
You've disappointed Carlos. How does that make you feel? Huh?
Yes. Oh. Whoa. Spy. Everything. Spy. Tesla.
Yeah.
PLTR.
We got a big pop here on the markets.
Yeah.
So
being pushed by the spy. Looks almost event related, but let's see if we could join the party. So I'm looking at Tesla. And have to wait and see how is this going to play out, right? You got the initial pop, but what does that mean? Are we going longer? Is there a second leg to this? Tesla's trying to bite into this move here. NVIDIA. I don't like the setup in NVIDIA. Tesla's probably got the best setup. Is Tesla. Anybody else knows the news? Let us know. I haven't looked it up. If you know what's going on, throw it out there. Yeah, this is hard to trade here. Let's see. NVIDIA's not great. The best one I see is
Tesla's
Tesla, really.
yeah, Tesla's back at VWAP again.
Yeah. STS maybe.
It is just being difficult.
Yeah. Like if this is gonna be a long one, um, if you're looking for a long play, I see Tesla's for me the best one because right at the VWAP. See if the market's trying to make a new high. Look at the market, man. Look at that move here. That is nice. Boom, boom, boom. Here it is, Tesla testing the VWAP. This is uh, it's a hard play because you know you're not just trading Tesla, you're just trading whatever the reaction this is on the SPY. So it's not easy. The SPY new high.
Yeah. I don't want to go chasing stocks around. I like Intel and I like AMD because they're at highs of day, so you know there's a potential for a reversal. Intel, it's a tough one to try and do a reversal on in my experience. So you gotta be I gotta be careful here on it.
Tesla long is right here, guys. That's the 426.36. That is a signal to go long on this VWAP breakout. SPY's pushing higher. SPY's pushing higher. What's the target here?
What the heck?
Mm-hmm. We're back. We're back, getting close to the VWAP here again, pulling back. What is this nonsense? I'm getting a coffee, man. This is
what is this nonsense?
Are we
Who
gonna go?
know?
Let's go.
What's
Like, if we're gonna go, let's do it. Like, what are we doing here with this VWAP up and down on Tesla? Like, come on, man. If you're gonna go, go. Like, oh, I'm not even in it, but I was so close to getting in it, and it's like I'm glad I didn't because I would have been stopped out already.
Yeah. See, the market's just annoying you now.
It's just this is not fun. I'm gonna get a coffee, man. I'll be right back. I was gonna say I'll bring you one, but you're not nearby, so
Okay.
you just have to watch me enjoy mine.
Yeah. Bring me one. I want a coffee. No, I don't drink coffee. I like the idea of coffee. It's a very social drink, but it's not something I've ever enjoyed. Oh well. All right, guys. I'm still just watching the market myself, trying to figure out when the next opportunity. It might be a while. It looks like it's going to be a PLTR is at the high. I don't know if you guys are anybody's watching that. It's at the high of day. So, you know, that's a potential. So I'm watching things that are high of day, right? Because that's my favorite trade is shorts off of high of day. But again, I don't know what we're gonna get. Like, look at the volume on Intel; it's very flat. So that's not that exciting. PLTR, we need a volume spike up here at the high, and then maybe there'll be an opportunity. But for now, I just don't see I don't see much of interest. Tesla is just so ugly. It really is. So it's interesting to me how I end up with a bunch of trades sometimes on the on things that are just very, very ugly. And I guess that happens, right? In any given day, you're gonna have good ones and bad ones. So that's just the way it goes, isn't it? Um, Intel looks like it's topping here, but it's not enough for me to take a risk on it. Let's see. What do we got? I heard a beep. Where's the? There was a AMD's high of day. Yeah, I see AMD at high of day, but it got there so slowly that so there's my 10:30 alarm that just went off telling me that we're at the time when reversals again. It's a range. Reversals can generally happen around this time, but you just never know. Um you know what? Swag Swag Music Man. I like it. No idea, right? Because we just don't know what the market's going to do from moment to moment, let alone day to day. So, there's too much. There's too much macro economic news. There's too much political news that could happen. Like anything can happen. No idea what the market's going to do tomorrow. This is why we do the pre-market show, why we prep the way we do, so we can get ready in the morning. All right. So I can't even predict whether the market's likely to gap up or down tomorrow. Like it's just no idea. So, this is why we sit and watch. Sit and watch and wait. Just wait and see what we're likely to get. Intel still hanging out here. I don't see anything interesting there. Still watching PLTR, which is also at high of day, crossed over 170 now. And yeah, Microsoft's also choppy. I've got so much that's just choppy here today.
All right, Tesla back up. See if it's gonna go here. Spies helping the cause. So did we ever figure out, besides the indecision, right? The indecision was, I'm sorry, the no decision was done earlier. But is this what's causing the move here, or is there something else? Anything else come out?
I don't know.
Better than what we've seen the last hour out of the market, right? This is better, this breakout. So hopefully things can trade a little bit nicer now that we're getting this move.
Yeah. Yeah, this is guys, the day's quieted down very quickly. Not a lot going on. It's Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. That's right. It is Tuesday. Keep thinking it's Monday. Oh, that's gonna help that's gonna help Tesla long. SPY push up like this. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Finally, Tesla doing something.
Maybe. What's interesting to me is I like to put up. I have one of my charts that doesn't have the pre-market moves on it, and I find
Okay.
that helpful to give you an idea of where a stock sits because you don't get lost in all the pre-market stuff. And it's really easy,
Hmm.
Carlos. If you just like, for instance, take the Tesla chart that you've got, and
Yep.
yeah, you can zoom it out a little bit, and then just right
Hmm.
click on it, go to data
Okay.
config,
Hmm.
and then go exclude pre-market, or yeah, whatever the data one is.
This one here, show, take this off, show pre-market, post-market.
Whoa, you're getting all your mic's doing the thing. Whoa, what's going on? You're
Hold
cutting
on.
in and out on me.
We'll
Is this
reset
me?
it. Could be me. I don't know why my mic does that.
Wait a
Sounds good
minute.
on my end.
What's happening?
Is it you?
I think it's me. I think it's my headphones. Somebody's jacking into the signal here.
Yeah, it might be you, Peter.
Hold on a sec.
So I
Okay.
think he meant this, right? Take off and then click OK.
Yeah. All right, I'm back. Hopefully it's all good now. So and what happens if you zoom out, then what happens, you basically see the 4 o'clock of the previous trading day. And you can see, look how narrow this range is and how far below the previous trading it is, right? So it
Mm-hmm.
just gives you an
Yeah.
idea. Like we're just not doing anything. And look, there's all this room to the top side where that we could recover, but we're nowhere
Yeah.
near where Tesla
Yeah.
was trading on the last trading day, which was of course was last Friday. So
Mm-hmm.
while there's upside, it just shows me that we're just sitting really far away. Now, if we'd made a big move, then I'd be like, okay, there's a lot more room for a bigger move, right? Like imagine if we went up to 130. Looking at it today, you'd think, oh my God, that's a massive move. But you could see that we could, have the opportunity to move all the way up to like 137, 138 even. But
Yeah.
being that we
And you
can't
mean
even seem to
4.
get
You mean 430 for those, right?
438. Yeah,
430. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yep. Gotcha.
Yes,
Mhm.
thank you. You're
Mhm.
correct. You're correct.
Yeah.
So
No, it makes sense, Peter. That's a good point. That's a really good point. Like sometimes we're so focused in here, and you can get
mhm.
a way bigger move than what we think Tesla is capable
But
of, right? So
it's got to break out of this.
yeah,
Yeah, it's got to break out of this range, which clearly at the moment it doesn't seem like it wants to.
struggling.
Intel testing $50 right now. Intel's at a new high of day. So this is why, like, I don't jump too
Wow.
early on these reversals. Let's see if it can break 50. 49.99 is the high so far. There you go. Just broke 50. All-time high 50.39 set last Thursday. So let's see if we can
It's
get
going.
there. No, sorry, I got to be careful with Intel. I'm so used to all the chips being at all-time highs. Intel's nowhere near at all-time high, sort of short-term high. Because if you just go out in Intel a couple of years, you can see it used to be so much higher.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Insane trader.
uh,
Who is our manly bro? Who's that? Brian? Who's that?
anybody?
Um.
No. Okay, I think our boys are about to join us here. So let me get my
Yeah.
crowdsourcing. I need your help. So
Oh
my
yeah. Let's
wife's
do
got
it.
like a first generation iPad. And my wife's a lovely woman, but she's stubborn as all get out, especially when it comes to spending money. And she's got a first generation iPad that, of course, is not working that well anymore, right? It can't download a lot of stuff. You can't run things. So it's just you can't upgrade it anymore. It's too old.
Mm.
And of course, it's got like tiny memory compared to the size of things that are needed these days. And
Yeah.
and I was looking online, and it's like $650 to buy a new one. Like I'd buy it in a heartbeat. I said, let's just get you a new iPad. And she's like, absolutely not, too expensive. So I'm like, and we're going on vacation. She wants books for the beach. She could download them to her iPad, it's nice big form to read them. And I'm like, should I just get her one? Am I going to be, is it
Just
worth
get it.
getting in trouble for that? Because she'll be mad that I buy it, but she'll appreciate
No,
having
but
it.
you can return it. If it's that big of an issue, return it. They'll take it back. It's a return policy. I'll just get it.
Your mic's doing the crackling thing. I know that's you
Mm.
this time because it's crackling. Um, or is there an alternative? Like if you just want an e-reader into surf websites, that's all she does. I
Uh,
just need a device that she could use as a book
if you
reader
want
to
a
surf a website.
reader, then the Kindle is pretty good. My wife just got
I,
one. She loves it. She loves the
yeah,
Kindle.
I've got a Kindle, and I love my
So
Kindle. It's getting old too, but it still works just fine. But yeah,
Yeah.
you can't surf the web on a Kindle, can you?
No, no, it's just for reading
No,
only.
so,
For reading
yeah.
only. Yeah. So the iPad's the best, man. I would just get it. You can always return and say, "My wife's not satisfied." Can you return stuff from to Apple? I think you could, right? Is that a return policy?
Yeah, I
I
think
never
so.
return it. Yeah. All right. So I'll just get it.
Sure. I'm sure they must have one.
She would love that thing. I would definitely get it. Um, and she will enjoy it. Give it to her when you get there. That'd be nice.
Then she won't have any. Then she can't return it.
Oh,
Right?
it's good.
She'll have.
Yeah, you want to
You
do it
got it
before
now.
actually use it on the
You got it
plane and all
now.
that good stuff. So, yeah.
But they got these like Amazon Fire tablets, and I'm like, well, those are cheap. They're like, you can get one for 120
It's
bucks.
so bad, bro. They're so bad. I
Are
got
they?
like 2 of those. I'll send you one if you want. I got a new one. It's so bad. I'll send you mine if you want, man. It's so. Uh,
Oh,
I got it for like the kids. They don't need all this stuff, and that. Even for them, it's just garbage, man. So garbage. Like Amazon should be ashamed of
yeah.
themselves putting out such a garbage product. You know. So.
Wow. Okay. That's
But yes,
that's a strong feeling there.
for book reading alone, yes. But for the actual apps themselves, they're so slow. It's just bad. Just bad. There it is. See,
It's
people are
garbage.
with me,
Okay,
Peters.
well, Chode
Yeah,
agrees
it's
with you.
it's. I'm
Okay.
telling you, it's
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
The books Plaza. What is this? Books?
What is
I've
that?
never even heard of it. Books e-reader.
Yeah, but if you're gonna do something, if it's for reading, yes. But if she does surfing and
Damn.
everything else, iPad. If she's surfing and everything else, iPad's the way to go.
This books reader. They're like $500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Then no, just get iPad, man.
That's expensive. Man.
No, yeah, just get iPad. Can't go wrong with that.
Oh.
And she can watch
Kindle.
movies
Kindle
and
might
do
be the way to
this, do that, do all kinds of stuff. So
Yeah. All right.
so yeah,
Tesla's
Intel,
moving a little bit higher.
Intel higher, Tesla.
Plasma too. You guys have all sorts of things out there. Readers are not for web. No, see, that's easy. I get her a Kindle, then all she can do is read books on it. But she can use her phone to surf the web.
Mm-mm. Oh, this Plasma 2 is like a reader as well. I'm looking at it now. Okay. Yeah, for readers only. There's plenty of options, but buy the book. So my wife loves books. She has a bookcase. She loves reading the actual book. The problem is when you travel, right? She likes to travel, and then she goes through books,
Yeah.
man. She chews some things up. It's done. I'm like, what the heck? So she's a fast reader.
Yeah.
So carrying these massive books to the beach sometimes is not ideal. Just not ideal, or wherever, in the plane. It's just
Well,
that's the challenge. But she loves her books. But
that's what I'm thinking.
she got the Kindle for the first time. She has one, and she's purely in love with that thing. Easier to read in bed when she lays down a certain way. Doesn't have to be flipping the pages, so she loves that. So yeah, Tesla's going. Tesla is going. Made the move. Hopefully, you guys were able to take advantage of it. It is doing the move here. Not an easy trade. I will admit that. PLTR took off as well earlier.
Intel stuck here just over 50.
AMD, beautiful AMD trade off the previous day
All
close.
right, I'll be right back.
Yeah, go for it, man. All right, Peter will be back here in a sec. And yeah, friends. NVIDIA, let's see here. NVIDIA did see, but this breakout could have taken. This was a lot cleaner though. I agree. This was a lot cleaner than the Tesla breakout was, for sure. But yeah, it was Would have been tough to take that trade. Um, and just one trade today. NVIDIA long didn't work. Stopped out there even before our stop was below VF. I stopped out before because this initial drop was very fast. So I'm like, okay, this looks very weak. Sold off. So glad to get out of that one. And we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow and we'll find something to trade. We'll take advantage of it. Um, but not gonna force anything right now because I just don't see anything that's hitting my strategy. So AMD was a nice. Had a couple of things. Previous day close breakout, high of day breakout. So if you're able to get a good setup here, this was nice. It's really clean. And then the great thing about it, like if you got in anywhere in here, the great thing about it is that you get the push up right away. So that's what you want. You want that cushion immediately. Once you can get that cushion, then you can hold on here, and you could do all right. Yeah. Hope I don't know how he did. I know he got a move. Nice. I know he got a move on the Qs. I'm not sure how he did with everything else because Tesla was very choppy. So I don't know how he did with everything else, but it looks like he did okay for the entire trading. Certain tickets were rough, but again, I don't hear him, so I don't know how he did. There it is, STS trying to do something. Our roller was a big one today. Fun is over on that one. The other one was CRVS. Actually, I'm surprised CRVS didn't fall off the map. Usually these tickers, do all the pre-market action and then at the market open they just sell off. This one actually pushed up.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Carlos. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing it okay, my friend. How are you? Hopefully you
I
had a great
am.
day today.
No, I did not.
Yeah, me neither,
I
man. It's a rough
lost
day.
money. Yeah. Peter is
It's just
laughing. He's lost money.
I don't want you to lose money.
No, we
I love it
never
when you
want
make
that.
money. I think it's great.
As soon as I said I lost money, Peter said, ah.
No, never, never.
So yeah, today was pretty bad for me. I'm still long on TQQ, but let me share my screen as well so you actually can see my P&L. Where is the zoom? Mr. Pezim had a good day. He was a very happy person today. How do I do that?
Nice, nice, nice.
So, yeah, it was a pretty bad trading day for me, unfortunately. And so I chopped up on Tesla really bad, upside and downside. And TQQ eventually worked a little bit and is going up. So I'm holding some TQQ, but Tesla was really bad. Tesla was very interesting today. I actually got the recording. The market atlas was really bearish, but the price action was, trading above the VWAP. So these two completely contradicting each other. And usually when these two are contradicting each other is the definition of choppiness. The price action doesn't want to go below the VWAP, but the atlas is super bearish. And that's exactly what happened to me. I got chopped up really bad. So on a daily chart on Tesla, if I want to go here, so it was gapping down, but obviously we had a very strong level here at 424.50. So that was January 8th level. So obviously if we break this one, we can go toward 420. What happened in the market atlas on Tesla? So, looking at it, the market atlas, you had some really big orders towards, if you go a little bit more zoom out. So in that time, you had some really big order at 420. Okay, I thought, okay, market is weak. There's a level, 420 could be something, and we can go short on that. And a 1 minute opened up weak, and it did a really nice 1 minute win range breakdown. I didn't take that trade, but in the pullback, I went short. I added more. I said, okay, I'm going to break this one. I'm going to go toward 420. And it popped up and it squeezed me like a really big squeeze. Came down, I went short again, suddenly huge drop, but it bounced back and I didn't get a chance to partial here. So I got to stop out. And then it squeezed up and it formed a 5 minute engulfing pattern. So this turned out to be a 5 minute engulfing. And I said, oh, okay, so this is going to go up. But the market atlas didn't become bullish. And I said, okay, the price action is probably more important. I'm going to go long here because even though the atlas is not bullish, I'm going to, I see this pattern and I hope that it go to high of the day. Did a dupe drop, and it got stopped me out. This is absolute pure frustration. And then I took another trade on TSLL, I think. So same trade on TSLL. I went long, I got stopped out. Eventually came back up again. I went long, even though the atlas is not really super bullish, and I took some profit in it. It's just one of those days that really was struggling, either way. TQQ, when the news came out, I don't know, there was no news, sorry. At 10:20, suddenly it ripped higher, and I said, okay, I'm going to take that trade on TQQ. So long as soon as this candlestick started forming 51.80, and I took some profit, and I hope that I can get to 52.50, but I don't think I'm going to make the money back, so it's pretty bad right now. It was a little bit disappointing. Brian did a really nice trade on the Rocket Lab, I think, at the open. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a good day just with this Rocket Lab trade. Really, I was watching Rocket Lab and AMD, and I kind of felt like one or both of them were going to rip at the open just based on last week's price action, the strength that these two stocks have had. And I liked the setup on Rocket Lab a little better than AMD because AMD was showing a little bit of weakness going into the open, whereas Rocket Lab was really just starting to boot higher. Just even in the pre-market, it just the last couple minutes were really strong. So gave me a good indication that the buyers were just chomping at the bit to get in there. So yeah, I jumped in as well and got that trade through 96 $96. So yeah, and I kind of decided to take most of it off right at previous day close, which is around 96.20, 96.30. It actually did pop above there, but man, it really sold back off once we topped out there at 97.50.
Commerce Secretary Lutnick and Davos.
All right, Brian.
Yeah, no,
There's one question on YouTube. Can we, if people want to trade VIX, how do they trade that VIX? I think there was some
you can't really,
for it.
yeah, you can't really trade the VIX. What you can trade is UVXY, which is an ETF. UVXY is a volatility the volatility index ETF, but you can't actually trade the VIX directly. But that ETF allows you to do that. It's U and UX US. Now I forgot what it was. UXVY and SVXY.
UVXI and
UVXY,
VIXI. Yeah, VIXY. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I mean the way Adrian, the way I mean what I like or what I look for those last couple of minutes in the pre-market is I look for an indication as to where the stock might be going once we open. And if you look at Rocket Lab in those first couple of those 4 minutes, 6 minutes before the market opened, you could see the buyers starting to step in. So that just tells me there's some buying interest. No indicator is 100%, but it's a pretty strong indicator that the buyers are jumping on this thing before the market opens. So it doesn't always work. I mean, you can look at AMD. You could have made an argument that maybe it was looking a little weak going into the open. But that last 2-minute candle before the open showed some strength. So kind of countered that drop. And AMD can be a little bit squirrely anyway. I mean, it's not always a perfect indicator. I mean, look at Tesla. You could have made the same argument with Tesla. But as soon as the market opened, Tesla popped a little and then just dropped hard. So it's also a bit of a combination of knowing what's been hot in the market, because Rocket Lab, ASTS, all these space stocks have really were strong all last week. So it made sense that there was some strength going into the open, and that the retail traders were going to jump all over this trade as soon as the market opened. AMD, you can say the same thing. AMD was really strong last week. It kind of was a bit of a follow through, people going back to things that worked last week. That's a good question. I don't know why I don't know why there's so much interest in AMD. I kept saying that last week, watching AMD, perform really well, where NVIDIA was pretty much of a chop fest last week.
Nice.
Let's take a look at the daily. Yeah. Yeah, NVIDIA's really just been chopping in a very sort of, not say narrow range, but it's been just chopping in a range since since the end of November. I mean, we haven't been able to get above sort of that 195 level, and 175-ish, 170-ish is where we've been bottoming. So it's been trading in that range. Whereas if you look at AMD has been it was on a tear last week. So always good to keep some, keep in the back of your mind when you go into a trading day, what the market is liking, and what's been strong and what's been weak, because generally speaking, these trends tend to stay in place. If the retail traders are chasing space stocks, that's where they're going to jump into if we end up opening a little bit weak. Are you there, Carlos?
Yep, I'm here.
Yeah, okay, cool. Hey, I feel like I'll give away a book or two. Why don't you can do a draw for,
Oh,
and
nice.
then the people can decide whether they want one of my three books, either options or the swing trade books. They can decide what they want.
Awesome, man. Let's do it. Let me set it up.
Okay.
Well, he's setting that up, Brian. I heard you in the chat room promise me a bad pun, and then I never got it.
No, I was coming up with a lot of bad puns on Rocket Lab. It's lifting off, it's crashing back to Earth.
I see. I just didn't hear them. All right. I was all excited. Thought I was going to learn something new.
Yeah, so we had a pop up there on the SPY, and now we're pulling back. Same with the Qs. The Qs are back at the VWAP. At around 10:05, I did try a sort of a 920 VWAP rejection trade that sort of worked out. I mean, I made a little money on that one.
Sorry, man. All right. So, guys, that I think concludes my trading. I am going to um yeah,
Nice,
just
nice.
what was good trading. So I got out of my TQQ completely, guys. The market seems that is gonna stay in the range bound. See what's gonna happen. Funded account last week we had a lot of traders profitable. So we had a bunch of really nice profits. So let's see who was profitable. I think there were a couple of posts here. So yeah, so we had Sunil, $1,900, Kaushik, 5 grand, Ihab, 1,200, Shalginbav, 6,600, and Dimitri, $9,000. We also send the money to Tanzania traders. So we did have yeah, so Tanzania traders, we wired $110,000 to Joshua. There is another one, Khalifa, 2,100 and $10,000. Another one to Muhammad Abdullah Mandola. So that was the funded accounts, and I think they posted that they got the funding. So one of them actually posted something about it. Oh yeah, I think I sent it to Carlos. Yeah, this is the one. So yeah, so one of them said, I can testify the truth of this information here in Tanzania. We have 3 traders who have been paid recently, their payout. That's great. So guys, make sure if you want to test your skills, go through this funded account at least once. And oh, here you go, Arvina, you were in the chat room. Perfect. In that case, I'm gonna hand it over to Thor, I think is coming, yes? And he's,
Yeah.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
looking good, buddy. Yeah, hand it
All
over,
right.
guys. So Carlos is gonna do a few draw for Brian's book, and I think we did the free funded account earlier today.
Yeah,
Am I
do
in
the
on that
funded
one?
account.
I want a copy. Hashtag Brian.
Yeah,
Yeah, hashtag Brian,
sure.
guys.
I can. Didn't I give you a signed copy already? I'm remiss if I didn't.
Yeah, but I can't read that one. That
Okay.
one got added into my collection of heroes. I have like a bookshelf that is signed by people who I really like, and that so those aren't readable though. So I just had to download I just had to get the e-copy, but if I could get a
Okay.
hard copy, maybe, I mean, this like that I can actually touch.
There you go.
I bet. Hold on,
Right.
hold on, Carlos, don't do it yet. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna get a couple more in for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
and
there we
this
go.
will include
Have a good
everyone.
day.
This will be for everyone, guys, not just Lambos and garbage trucks. So we'll do it for everyone here. Lambos and garbage truck
Yeah,
members do have a slight advantage, so like they'll get ×4 chances compared
Ooh,
to
multiplier.
everybody else.
Nice.
Yes, got the multiplier going in there, but everyone's welcome. So hashtag Brian, and then Brian, you said they can email us and tell us which one they want, right? The options or the swing trading. Did I hear that correct?
That's correct. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Awesome.
just email Carlos, and then he'll tell me which one you want. I'll send him a code, and he'll pass it on to you, or I'll
Awesome,
give you
friends.
whatever.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, here
Thanks,
it is.
guys.
Let's do it in a.
And if you come to
5.
Vegas and bring the book, Brian will sign it for you too while he's there. But you have to buy him a drink.
There you go. All right, guys, let's do it. Here it is. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Totally committing like
1.
other people against their will. It's
And
great.
the winner is, yeah, next thing you're going to be giving Andrew's Lambo away.
Rides in Andrew's Lambo is definitely something
Yes,
we
we
could try
could
and pull
give
off.
rides.
But we're gonna
Here it
wait for
is.
the snow to melt.
Yeah. Mehdi Kargahi, LQ3ZS.
Woo!
You are the winner.
Congrats.
Email me, carlos@bearboottrace.com. As we
Right.
mentioned, let me know if you want the options book or the swing book, right? So put that on your initial email to me, carlos@bearboottrace.com.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
And we'll make sure you get that code. Congrats. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, just
Right,
just
thanks,
email
Brian.
that
Appreciate
code
that.
to thor@bearabletraders.com, Brian. I think that'll be just fine.
All right, man. You can do that too.
Just kidding. Kind of. I mean, I'm kidding if you're kidding.
Have a good morning, everybody.
Oh, good morning.
All right. Take care, Peter.
Later, guys.
Later. Let me see if I can get my share going here. Sometimes I have to stop and then start. Hold on, let me stop. And let me start. So today's a very boring day for me. I am short crude, which is the only futures call that I've had today. So I traded an R6 short. My stop is above ATR high right now. We'll see how that goes. I am not like super enthusiastic about this. I wanted to talk a little bit about Tesla today. And hello, YouTube. Good to see everybody. X, good to see everybody over there. Ben, GP, Uncle Trades. I don't know what a Spacklesworth is, but I'm interested. So good to see everybody over there. YouTube wise, good to see everyone over there. Lambos, my peeps. Don't forget this week, I am going to do a drawing for a free 1 hour of mentoring with me. That's the one I can give away. So kind of make sure you keep sticking around for that. I may do it the end of today. I may wait till Friday. I have no idea what I'm going to do. But we'll find out. So I wanted to kind of take a moment just to talk about how beautiful of a platform Access is becoming. Or not Access, I mean Trading Terminals Atlas is becoming. I mean, what an amazing platform Atlas is becoming. I actually hung out with some of the development guys yesterday and Andrew for a few minutes, and we were going through like some features triggers and some new display things, and I was talking to them about expiration cycles and how to handle auto rollovers, and we were having a really great time talking about this. So I pulled up Atlas today, and so I want to look at Tesla because Tesla really looked like a good opportunity today. But can anybody know by looking at Atlas right now why you should not be buying Tesla right now? Look at Atlas. Why should you not be buying Atlas? Man, I'm kind of dyslexic today. Tesla. Atlas, Tesla. Tesla, Atlas. It is cold here, man. It's very bearish. Yeah, look at this order book. There's Tesla loves it some 420, right? Elon Musk. I mean, he's like, every meme about this guy is him ripping a big 420 anyway, right? But notice, first off, Atlas gives you this amazing visual tape. Wait a minute, a visual tape? What do you mean a visual tape? Well, the dots. The dots are a visual tape, right? So anytime you're seeing green dots, what's not happening? What does not happen, YouTube? Help me out here. Maybe X, if YouTube can't get it. What's going on with these green dots that should be happening right now? They should be moving the price up, right? But we're not. So whenever we buy, ooh, there we go. There's a seller, right? And look at that big seller. And that seller was sent to the bid. So when that seller came in, we threw those orders to the bid. But when buyers are coming in, we're absorbing those buys, right? So this is a very weak ticker. Now, why would I not short Tesla? And it's not on the Atlas. It's going to be over here. We're not shorting Tesla because we are on a lower, wider range. So we actually expect to not go much lower than this. And ATR low, pre-market low, and a monthly low are all right next to each other. You would never want to short into that much support. So what is the proper thing to do with Tesla today? What should we be doing with Tesla today? If you were going to do anything to Tesla, what should you not do? What should you do with Tesla today? This is totally a trick question. Nana nails it. Nothing. You do nothing. You don't wait. You don't watch. You don't do anything, right? You click on, you take it off your watch list for the day, right? Because you have an order book that wants to sell in a range in which selling is going to be very difficult. What is the result? Look at the price action. That is why Tesla sucks today, right? It's in a horrible range. for us to be trading, right? So we don't want it, like, even if it melts a little bit later, who knows when, how would you get into it? How would you manage the positioning? You know what I mean? It's just going to kill you, right? So we creeped around for tickers, and unfortunately, we just don't have a lot today. Now, if you were in Bear Bull Traders and you saw my watch list this morning, my watch list this morning was, I hate today. No, I don't think I said I hate. I said not a lot going on today as far as things I like, right? And then I think I had Apple, AMD, and then crude, right? So crude's the one I'm on because it's a future setup and it looked good. Tesla was not buying, and it's in the wrong range for its buy. So it was too bearish, I mean, to buy. So I let that one go, right? So crude's the only one that fits. So I'm in it. So, but what did you think of AMD? I haven't looked at AMD yet today. Let's take a look at it. Woof. Party. I mean, it did it. So AMD's today call, which I was talking about in my mentoring group, was actually a unicorn day today. So the unicorn is a full narrow range run. You go from S6 to R6, and we did it. So there's no call for this because it exploded at the open, right? I cannot tell you how to manage that candle. Now, if you are trading momentum, it was a very easy entry. Anybody spot where we reoffered on this one? ICT concepts here, but it's really Livermore, Wyckoff. I mean, all the way back in the day. Does anyone see how obvious this pullback is? Look how it popped here, and then it sold back into R4. But look at S4. Look how S4 is exactly 50% on this big engulfing candle. It's a perfect offer of value on this big candle. So you have S4 paired with the value offering, right? We also sustained our buying on the BS detector. I mean, it was pretty. It was really pretty. I like it a lot. Yeah, it's pretty. So now AMD also matched for this reason too. I liked PLTR actually. I wonder what it did. I don't think it dipped low enough. Look at the order book. So why was AMD a good long today? See how Atlas can expose the, you know, and look at that. Look how beautiful that is. That is a bullish order book, people. Look at how strong we are. For AMD, I'm using every 5 cents. We you know, which is working pretty well. But we're hitting the quartered increment, so we could actually take this up a level and maybe just go to the quarters so we can see a little more book. Look at the order book on that thing. Where's AMD want to go? Is this like difficult? Try not to overcomplicate this, people. That stock trading is not as complicated as you make it. Right? We make stock trading very, very complicated. Right? Which is sad but true. You know, it's just something we do. It's something we do all the time. Right? We take what are otherwise relatively simple concepts and then we add so much guessing to it that it ends up being very difficult to maintain. So now at this point in our higher narrow range, our 6 monthly high, do I believe we have enough volume to run 240? Who knows? But right now I wouldn't trade against that. Right? We could have a reversal here. If we did though, you would only look for a movement back to R4. Right? Because what we could capitulate this large order, right? We don't have a lot of structure above it right now. So this could be too many orders in this block for us to buy today, which means we will now come off of this. But if you were looking for a high, I mean, there's your high. I mean, look where we reversed from, 239.55, right? Right in front of the big order. It's beautiful, right? All right, let's look at which one? NVIDIA? I think CP can go. I would go for CP on CL. I mean, if you're in it, that's the target, buddy. Um, where did I brain derailed? NVIDIA. Look how fast Atlas. I actually pulled up one of the Atlas competitors this morning. Just because I was looking at it, and then as I was looking at it, I just went, "Oh my God!" I actually was like, not like it was very difficult to read. There was so much on there. I was just like, "Thank God!" Like Atlas. So, what do you think about NVIDIA? I'm gonna go to the YouTube. If you're looking at, we're looking at this in quartered increments right now. How would you put the order book on this bad boy? Bullish or bearish? I'd say it looks pretty bearish. I think we're going to go distribute 180, which happens to be where pre-market low was. So put the picture together, right? Why was pre-market low at 180? You know why. Look at the order book. That's why pre-market low is at 180. Right? This isn't guessing, right? This isn't like random stuff. It's not about there being a cabal, although there is. Tinfoil hat. Right? But I mean, it's not about that. This is just normal. This is just normal stuff, right? Like we have to buy and then distribute. But something where a lot of people who teach accumulation and distribution wrong, right? A lot of places where people get it wrong is that they assume that you distribute, then move lower, or that you accumulate and then you move higher. That's not how it works. Accumulation just means that they are adding to the float. Distribution means that institutional traders are buying and that specialists are adding to the float, right? That's accumulation, right? If we're distributing from the float and institutional traders are selling, then we're distributing. But we can distribute, move lower, distribute, move lower, distribute, just like we can distribute, move higher, distribute, move higher, distribute. Right? It has nothing to do one way or the other when it comes to that. So right now, because of the book's posture, this ticker looks like it wants to distribute. Right? We are sitting above the large orders, not below the large orders. Since we're above the large orders, it does not mean we're going to go down into the large orders, but it does mean they want to go down into the large orders. Now it's our job to gauge volume and price action, right? We read the absorption, right? We watch the VPA, but right now, if you're going long, you are going to get hurt on NVIDIA, right? Because it's going to be stairs up, elevator down. Even if it does go higher, it's going to take 30, 45 minutes to get to the high, and then it's going to come back down within 2 to 3 minutes or 5 minutes, right? Because that's how distributionary behavior is in the market, right? And you want to know, like right now, when you're looking at, this is why Atlas is one of the most amazing tools you're going to have as far as just seeing overall market intention, right? Is you can actually look at this and say, right now, they want to distribute. Are they going to distribute? Who knows? That's a whole lot of force. You need a crystal ball for that, right? This is distribution, right? Big time, right? So the question is, do they have enough sell volume, right, in order to generate enough market orders to push down through 180? It's certainly what they want to do, but the question is, can they? You know what I mean? And that's a big question. What happened? Yeah, I'll talk more about that, Pete. I just want to see there was one. I want to see kind of. Oh, I think I missed some commentary. I saw that one. I missed a lot of comments, so I'm just going back and just reading back through. I like that, GP. That's the trade, man. All right, we'll look more at Atlas here in a second. Nav, Thor, do you recommend getting ETFs right now for long-term investing? No comment. Sorry, buddy. I love you so much. I would not risk your money on my long-term ideas. I am a 100% pure in every single way a day trader. I don't swing trade. I don't trade fundamentals. Like I don't know what the market's fundamentals are right now at all. I just know we're overbought. And we've been overbought for a really freaking long time, and the volume suggests we're distributing. Right. So I want to be short in the market right now if I can be. You know what I mean? So, but I would never advise you on buying or selling ETFs right now, especially with the current news. Like though, so we normally have a couple of different hot ticket items that can get the market to be a little spicy, right? And tariffs is one of them. Right. So right now the market is very much not happy because a lot of the U.S. economy obviously depends on lots of things other than the U.S. economy. So whenever you start talking about tariffs, everyone who pays attention to the economy gets really upset. Right now, all of us that have been around the current POTUS since 2018, which I started trading in 2018. So I grew up under the siege of this fire. You know what I mean? We understand that the POTUS has a lot of bravado, right? He's a true New York like guy when it comes to that. Like, if any of you have like some really hard friends from New York and Jersey area, you got to have some thick skin when you hang out with these people. Because they will poke fun to you right to your face as a joke, laugh at you. You have to laugh, you have to turn back and give it back to them. You know what I mean? And then everything is cool. But unfortunately, as a president, however, I don't believe that this tactic can makes people feel very safe. I can't say it's my favorite. But this is kind of like the tariff thing is this dude's number one like push button for things. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm just gonna not advise you there because with this guy, you never know. You never know. He's a total wild card, right? So man, I love being a day trader for this very reason. I think Andrew nailed it by becoming a day trader when he became a day trader. It's what we can do is we can wake up every single day, know that there's news coming, know that there's a decision coming, know that something's happening in the market, and then make decisions based upon what is happening right now in front of our faces, rather than trying to guess, right? And there's still guessing involved here, obviously. But I like the type of guessing we can do here. You know what I mean? I like we can actually read the order book and say the market looks like it like again, what did I say about Tesla? Right? What or NVIDIA, I mean. What did I say about NVIDIA a couple of minutes ago? I said if I was going to be in NVIDIA, I'd want to short because it looks like it's about to distribute, right? It looks like it's distributing. Right? Look what's happening right now in the price. We've dropped. Right? This is distributionary behavior. This is what Atlas gives you. If once you learn how to read Atlas, you know what I mean? It allows you to see fairly clearly what the overall intention of the market is. Not that that fulfills anything, but it lets you see the intention at least. And then you can go back and actually make some decisions based upon the intraday price action on whether or not you think that thought's going to be realized, right? So thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alex. I do my best. I do my best. It's very important, right, to be able to talk about these things because politics affects the market. So we must be able to talk politics in order for us to be able to talk about the market, or else we're going to lose an element. However, it is completely 100% uncalled for to speak about politics in any way that upsets or offends anybody on this channel. We can certainly do both at the same time, right? Like I want every single person here, regardless of orientation, concept, creed, political affiliation. I want you to all make a crap load of money. Because trust me, when you start making a crap load of money, you're gonna start thinking a lot like the way I think. Because you're gonna have a crap load of money, and when you do, you're gonna want it. So yeah, Carlos at 7 p.m. I believe that is Carlos. If you're still in here, is the 7 p.m. is that inside a BBT for orientation, or is that a different one?
Yes,
We might not
that's
have
a
a
boarding
Carlos.
class, 7 p.m. So you can do that at bearwithtraders.com. There's an intro membership. You click on that and you'll be able to join tonight at 7 p.m.
Beautiful. Thank you, kind sir. I was gonna plug and I would have gotten it right, which makes me happy. But yeah, no. It's better just to have the wizard come in here and do it himself. The wizard. Oh man, anybody catch the Wicked 2 came out on streaming services? So I no musical fans. All right, just me. Look at Tesla or NVIDIA. I'm sorry, people. What did I say? I mean, come on. Nice. Rumo, you're short in Q. That's beautiful. Beautiful. It just started to melt. Look at that. Look at that sell right through 180. Did we call that right here or did we call that? Why you won't see Wicked? Coach, I know you don't want to, man. You don't want to, trust me. It's so addicting. Once you see it, you're just going to be hooked. I'm just kidding. I'm so losing some of my school cred, my cool cred right now. Coach, I won't disagree with that. That girl needs a burger. Oh no, I lost Twitter. Where'd you go? Come back. How's CL doing? I've been ignoring it because I'm in it. Ugh, whatever. It did look like it was starting to work some more. This ticker is just gonna annoy me today. You took Apple, took R4 short when it came back. R4 short on Apple. Oh, S4 short, you mean? You said, did you say S4 short? S4 short, you mean, Alex? Yeah. I love it, Alex. I think it's a great trade. I can't call that trade because of the stupid opening candle. Yeah. Which reminds me, did that update come out yet? We have an update coming out, which is going to help out. So check this out. We have a this is TradingView, by the way, and these are all of my indicators that I have had personally coded by my amazing Bruz the man. So we're going to be releasing an update for the ghost candles soon. And to help it work in tandem better with the buying and selling detector, that update is going to actually remove the height of the opening candles. So like if you have an exaggerated candle at the open, it's going to take that candle and it's going to turn it like yellow so that you know it's been messed with. But then it'll allow the rest of the volume chart to present like this. So you can actually read the volume better and not have your chart look like this just because of the opening candle. So we're going to give it the volume weight. We're not going to get rid of its volume, but we are going to go ahead and for a lack of a better word, murder the candle. I'm so sorry. Like people are not going to love that term. So in the South, we prune trees, and it's just a long-term like thing that's been used since like a long time ago. So like when you trim crepe myrtles, it's called murdering your myrtles. So I don't know where that comes from. I'll have to look at it. But what it's going to do is it's gonna kill that candle basically. But still provide the volume. The volume will still be there, but and the BS detector will still read properly, but it'll just keep it from looking like this. That way they'll come in there. It'll be toggled so you can turn it on or turn it off if you don't like it. But I think it'll make things read a little bit cleaner. Especially for those of you who like to zoom out and like look a little bit, it just destroys the volume. How many elaborate for me, Yeoman. What do you mean how many MS maximums do I need for a I don't know what that means. Oh, milliseconds. Oh, I mean like 300 to 400. I mean, you're gonna wanna if you're trading an ORB, man, you're gonna wanna be in it. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe 200s. I used to do VoIP work back in the day. So think of it this way, right? If when you're doing voice over IP work and you're having a telephone call, anytime you get inside of 100 milliseconds, you can tell the difference on the phone call, right? So like if you're talking to somebody and you're like, "Hey, how are you doing today?" "I'm fine, thanks. How are you doing today?" "I'm great. It's just like that weird delay that makes that phone call feel uncomfortable when you're talking to somebody. It is so, but even at just 100 milliseconds, you start to feel that as a human being have a conversation, right? So you got to think if you're trying to execute trades at lightning speed across the market, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna wanna have much more latency than that, right? Yeah, 200 ms is probably about the lowest you're going to want to go on there. Now, that's only if you're like that's high volume, 1 minute ORB, maybe. But for the most part, you're probably not going to be too bad. I mean, my thing is anytime you start to get that low, you know what I mean? It's just not amazing. Man, crude is being so annoying today. Disappointing. How do you measure? If you have DAS, DAS actually has a latency measurement on it. It is in the let me it's in the you can pull up your quotes. Hold on, trade file. Hold on. Data stream, I think. No, nope, wrong one. Hold on. Quote server. There it is. No, it doesn't say it there. I know there's a latency spot. Hold on. I think it was in the bottom. Oh yeah. If you go in the bottom right corner, there's a little it looks like a plug like two plugs. They're like little icons in the bottom right corner that look like plugs. If you go down in there, one will say the version and the other one will say your latency. So like right here, you double click it. Can I pop this thing out? Hold on, pop out. Right here, look. So you can see which quote server you're set to. You can see what all your metrics are here. There you go. So if your latency goes over too much, I mean, it's, if once you're over 200, like 300, 400, you're really going to start to bog down. You know what I mean? So like right now I'm like 41 or something, 42 from Florida. Not bad. And I mean, and this is on an IP based situation. So you can see right here, network delay. So anytime you go past 100, you're gonna start to get like that it doop doop dop dop doop out. Like it's you're not gonna like it. Like anything over 100, you get to 200 or 300 latency, you're talking about like a conversation with somebody be like, "Hey, my name's Thor. How are you today?" "I'm great. My name is Greg. How are you?" "I'm so good." Like I mean it's you will feel it in your bones. It will feel like a wildly disinterested conversation, right? So you have to be really careful. If for some reason you were experiencing a lot of latency, one of the things I would recommend doing is actually pop open your hold on. You can actually check your quote server, right? And right now I'm connected to this one, but you can actually go and check other quote servers too and see if you get a better latency off of one of the other quote servers, right? Because they have like 4 or 5 servers and they're regional, right? So like one of these is in Atlanta, right? One of these is in Chicago, one of these is up in New York, one of these is in California somewhere, I forget, right? And then one of them is somewhere, I think Phoenix or something like that. So and then they're all pipelined right up to the New York one, right? So this is how we're able to front run orders, right? Because there's actually a distance in between these. So if you can figure out which one's which, right, then if you see an order executing to one, you can start sending orders to the other ones and get ahead of it technically, right? It would not kill maybe it would. Well, I think they may do that, because imagine this though. Imagine if everyone in California knew what the California one was, but there's only one and it's based on population density, right? So everybody in California is all using the California one. It'd probably bog it, right? Coach Umberto, in telecom, 100 milliseconds is critical threshold often used. Yep. See, 100 milliseconds. So it's this is just one of those fun things. I did so I came to trading from the IP world, most specifically telecom. So I was an IT manager for a decent sized call center, 300 to 1,000 people. And we also had other call centers in different countries that we utilized for failover, right? So I was the IT manager for the entire thing. I built its entire network. It is not snow. It is not. It is just bright lights. This was actually my old bag. This is what I used to do. So my first trip actually to the stock market was when I was an IT person. I actually was working for an options trading platform, although I knew nothing about stocks or options at the time, and I was running T1 lines back in that day, really long time ago. Like, oh my God. Freaking CL. How's CL doing now? Ben, are you keeping an eye on CL for me so I don't have to like keep looking at it? So far, I'm not happy. Piece of junk. It's sold nicely from right there. I mean, it's so good, but I don't know. I like how weak this offer. Oh, check this out. Who all in the YouTube right now is using my buying and selling detector? And if you are, throw me like a number one or like a little hands up or something. Because I want to make sure there's at least 1 or 2 of you in here so I can show you this really cool idea. So check this out. Are you ready for some fun? So look at this. So notice at the pre-market how we had this trend that went in. So I actually mapped the trend in the buying and selling detector. And then we lost trend right there. So we're actually like mapping the exhaustion of the volume. Every time it comes back, it doesn't sell as much, right? So once it came back here, it should have held right at the top of here, but then look, it offers back up, and then even now, look at the deviation we have. Like we're pushing up, but we're moving flat. We can't start buying again. So I'm this still looks good. We're just up at monthly R4 and we're in a higher narrow range. So it's just going to take this thing a while. But I think CL is still going to be a good play for us. My target is the CP. So I'm in short right at R6 and my stop is above ATR high. So if it like I almost got taken out right there. My stop is like 60.54 or something like that. When I do the 1-to-1 membership giveaway, it will only be for members of Lambos and garbage trucks. I already said that last week, so I'm sticking with it. I'm not saying that because they are members of Lambos and garbage trucks that makes them better than everybody else in here. I'm also not saying it doesn't. I'm just throwing that out there for everyone else to self-label. One cup of coffee a month, people. $5. I think it's still $5, right, Carlos? Is it still $5, or did you make it $20 already?
Yeah, no, we're not changing that. And I think it's even $5 locally. I gotta talk to someone from like a different country to see, because it's local currency too. So
it's
you know,
oh really?
I believe so.
Not $5 USD. Like, so if you're gonna buy this, take a vacation to Canada and
Right.
buy it from Canada. Oh wait, no, it's not the
Exactly.
other way.
Actually, let's
That's the other
confirm. Anybody from like, I don't know, Mexico or like the Caribbean? Well, how much are you paying?
Like, do you get this for 35 cents in any other
Right,
country?
like 63 pesos in the Dominican Republic. I think we're at 63 per dollar. Something crazy.
Yeah, some pesos. Is the funded account payout in USD? That is not a question for me or Carlos.
No, but it is. It
So,
is USD. Yeah.
but it is USD because Carlos knows everything. It
Ooh,
is paid out in
PayPal, okay.
pesos, actually, Homer. We are now paying
Mine
it
is
out in
minus tariff.
minus tariff.
changed.
That's right. If we pay you out in your if we pay it out in yours, then we have to eliminate part of it for the tariff. Oh my God, we're gonna lose like 20 followers right now. No,
We're gonna get
it's
banned so quickly.
so bad, so bad. Oh my God, I love you people. I love you people. Like, come on, like, get this money. Like, come get this. Like, we're trying to teach you how to take all of Andrew's money. Help us out. We've got goals. You know what I mean? Like, I would love for every one of you to get a beautiful check written, like, for coming in here and do this. It's possible. You see, folks, 9 grand, 10 grand, like get it going, have a good hit. Use that money to fund some directional movement in your day trading adventure. You know what I mean? It's a good time. Let's do this. Oh, if anything, just short when I tell you NVIDIA is going to distribute. Jesus. What an easy read on the order book. Homer, I can't look at it, man. I can't do it. Don't ask me to do it. I'm not looking at MU. You can't make me do it. Does it have to have subscription for trading terminal for funded account? I do not think those are the same thing, but I think one comes with the other, maybe? Or how does that, Carlos, do you know the answer to that one?
Yeah, so if I'm reading the question correctly, you do have to have a trading terminal membership, right? To be able to add on the funded account. So
okay.
If you were to win, a lot of people already have the trading terminal membership, right? So a lot of people already have that membership with the Market Atlas. They pay the $99 a month. Then they win, they add the funded account. Or if you want to buy the funded account, it's an addition to that membership already. But you cannot get the funded account without the membership for Trading Terminal.
Sounds awesome. Like, it's just so fun. There are 2 funded account. One is DOS and Trading Terminal. Of course. So all right, real talk. MU is the ghost from frickin' Super Mario Brothers for me. And do you guys, I've said this before on here, you have to know what I'm talking about. Right? So for any of you who have played like nerdy video games and you're a Mario person, you will know that the ghost of Super Mario Brothers never moves when you look at it. And that is MU for me. Right now we have an absolutely beautiful R4 short on a higher, wider range. Right? So it's perfect. Yeah, exactly, Boyd. It's perfect. It looks beautiful. Beautiful. Do I have this on my watch list? No. Because this trade, when we call this trade, it only works like 1 out of every 10 calls. Yet today, here it is. You know, working beautifully. Like I would want to put this right back on my watch list. Like, but my gosh, and I even really like actually how we exhausted. Like, look at this big struggle at the open. We went into a sell. We then exhausted buyers here, then pushed higher. I mean, it's nice. Today, it's actually a really nice read. I could have gotten this one, but of course I wasn't watching it, so I didn't. Piece of junk. I had premium membership and canceled it last night when I bought a funded. Do I need to maintain my TT membership account? I would think so, from what I just heard. But we'll let, you know, Carlos maybe can titch in there here and there. Stupid CL. Don't get my hopes up, coach. So you're saying there's a chance. What a piece of junk. Yes, it's in the FAQs. Thank you, Hybrid. You want some money? Me too, Kiki. So, anybody know why ES wasn't a trade today? That's why. Do you have to buy market data on TradingView for quicker charts? I think you have to have market data, period. I don't know if there's one subscription you can get that offers greater speed than the other. I do have the premium subscription. But you have to buy data, but I don't think it's for faster charts. Are there? The free one is throttled. All right, so yeah, you got to buy it. So here's my thing. There's a reason I don't know these answers because if I'm gonna go buy a Camaro, I'm gonna buy the one with the best engine. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna buy my Jeep, which I did, I bought the diesel. You know what I mean? I'm always going to go for what, you know, I am a firm believer in you pay for what you get in this world, and that free stuff is free for a reason. You know what I mean? It's free because they can't charge you for it. So it's free. If they could charge you for it, they would. Like nobody gives anything successful that works away for free unless they don't have confidence in it. Right? Like I gave my indicator set away for free for a really long time. And it was because I did not have confidence in its efficacy for the general public. I needed to see how that worked for a while. After 6 months, our stats were through the roof, right? So we wanted to improve it, take it to the next level. So now it's not. But we left free versions, right? But the free versions don't have all the good stuff, right? Because it's good stuff. You know, so if you're picking up a new platform, like get the premium version. You know what I mean? If you're gonna get anything that you do, you know, it's like if you're gonna if you were going to start a lawn care business, you know what I mean? Don't go out and get like a 10 years old used lawnmower. Like get a different job, save up the money you need for a really good lawnmower, and then get a really good lawnmower. You know what I mean? Like, so if you can't afford to pay for the things you need in order to trade well, then I would recommend handling that part of the issue first. I would get a different job while you're learning to trade, reading books, interacting with the market, and in sim, I would then work, save up $10,000, $20,000 like you would for going to college, right? No one goes to college and just walks into college not having money for a dorm room or having money for books or all of that stuff, right? You know, go out there, save, get the money you need, and then come in and invest. right? Like in yourself, actually, right? Like don't invest. It's not about the market. It's about you. Like you're the most precious tool you're going to have in this fight against the market. Invest in yourself. You know what I mean? And make sure you have the things you need to make the decisions you want to make in. Coaching, for instance, is a big thing for here. So many people are completely unwilling to utilize proper coaching, right? But in reality, like, if you're going to go to try and lose weight, or you're going to really try and get in shape to a performance level, you're going to have a fitness coach. You're going to have a dietitian talking to you and helping you get to the next level, or else you're going to have to spend a decade worth of time gaining knowledge in this subject matter. And do you want it to take a decade, or do you want it to take a year or two? If you want to take a year or two, then you need to have expertise in your life from someone who's already gone through that. That's like what Market Alchemists is for, that I do with Dr. Vanessa, right? Dr. V and I offer that because we understand that even the indicators and all of the trading terminals and all of these other things, it's why P Capital's around, right? These exist because we recognize traders inherently need some hand holding, right? If they want to get to that level fast. And we like to do that a little bit there. So it's like, but if you're not willing to spend a couple $100s a month to invest in an instructor, I mean, if you went and got I got a speech tutor for my son a year and a half or 2 years ago, and that person was like, for a month, was costing me like $300 to $400, right? My fitness coach that I use, right, is $300 to $400 a month. You know what I mean? Like the people with expertise are valuable and you should pay them as such. So I'm always, very interested with how many people are really looking to learn something where they're hoping to make millions of dollars a year at some point, but they're only willing to invest about $30 or $40 a month into the endeavor. Okay. You know what I mean? It's going to be very difficult. If anybody's played old school video games, you know this to be true. Anybody play like RPG games? You know what I mean? Like computer games, PC games. You know the difference with the kid whose parents had like so much money, they just let them start the game because they buy the biggest expansion pack, right? They've got all the elite gear, they've got all the best things. But then you come in and you have to sit there and grind nonstop for 10 months to get to the same level. Now, maybe, and then you say, well, it took me 10 months, right? So since it took me 10 months, now that we're at the same place, we're going to be better. No, he just spent 10 months at the higher level. Like it's like you did not have the same journey. You spent 10 months grinding out of the basement. He spent 10 months already there. It's a completely different game, and he got better too. You know what I mean? So giving yourself the proper starting point is very important. Don't disadvantage yourself by cutting corners on you. You know what I mean? Spend the money. You know what I mean? If you can't afford it, get a job. If you quit your job so you could do day trading, but you're not making money, get a job. Like Jesus, like you're not making money yet. Why are you not working? Like, and for the record, I forget the exact, Carlos maybe remembers this. Andrew, I believe, worked for like 4 or 5 years while he was starting Variable Traders, doing like other like stuff. Right. So he was, just like part-time stuff, and working on his things. And that was with a book coming out. And that was with other things happening because he took the money from Variable Traders and invested it back into Variable Traders. Right. Look at the infrastructure that's here. You think this was cheap? You know what I mean? That the dude had a business to build, and he used the money for that so that he didn't have to live off that money. He worked his ass off. Right? I worked my ass off. Carlos works his ass off. You know what I mean? It's like so if you're coming to trading, like come into grind, but make sure if you don't have the money, solve it by getting the money. Don't put those hopes and dreams in trading. You know what I mean? So how to use my indicators all day, every day. There's a book written that teaches you how to use my entire system. I also teach my system on here daily. Bearable Traders has tons of my information all the way across it. And then of course there is my access indicators themselves. So if you go to my IG, you can get the link there, or you can go to my mentoring website, marketalchemist.org. You can get information on all of them, right? So you can check it out, but and then we teach how to do it in there and all that stuff. So it's good stuff though. Carlos works his mind and heart off. No, he does it all, Insane Trader. His heart, his mind, and his butt. Like you would be like the amount of hustle in this guy. Hopefully he's not listening right now. I hate bragging about people. Oh, he is. Oh well. I always hope he walks away when I brag on him. But this guy is he is putting in the work, the way he runs things. I mean, he's a production guy, he's hosting, but he's also trading. He's doing the 7 o'clock classes. He prepares for that. He does the occasional webinars. I mean, this dude is like, man, like, not for the record, everyone. I mean, we might as well gush on Carlos for a minute because he doesn't get blushing enough around here. But I mean, you guys do understand Pre-Market Show has been the defining intro to BBT since I've been in BBT, and this man's been the one rocking it, right? So your gappers levels, your key levels, your support areas, your value areas, all these things this guy's going for every day, scooching through this, helping you out with, while Peter throwing in some news, some comedy, and the occasional rant. I mean, you just can't beat it. So, I mean, that's, I actually still surprised to this day that our pre-market show doesn't blow out like ABC News or something like that. Like if you're stock trading, like I don't understand why you're not listening. You're getting literally everything you need every single morning right there. And in a community environment, like Carlos cares about you. That's the thing. And this isn't a guy that's just here to get clicks and like do you a thing. Like if the levels don't work, the dude feels bad. Like he's in here to give you the good stuff, and he wants to give you the good stuff. So, which is what he does. Yeah, likes for Carlos. Everybody, Carlos emojis. Quick, go. We need Carlos emojis. Oh, I need to join Lambos and garbage trucks. I'm subscribing later today. I'm over not having Carlos emojis. Ugh, I'm so upset right now that I don't have them. Where's my Carlos emojis? I need Carlos emojis in my life now. There they are. There they are. So good. So good. I was having anxiety, but this has completely fixed my anxiety. Carlos, this is pretty amazing right now. Can we get a screenshot for our I think we need to just talk about how amazing Carlos is in the news later today. Hey, thanks, David. I'm glad you're liking my book, buddy. I'm so happy. Where are you from, David? Are you US based? Chris MC, sup, brother? Don't get my hopes up, Corey. You're getting my hopes up. It's fake news. It's not selling. I'm just kidding. Piece of junk. CL. Look at all those Carlos emojis. Man, I could do this my whole life. This is great. Atlanta, dope. Hey, we should do a Southeast meetup. Carlos, I'm just gonna bring him on the whole rest of the day. I don't care. Dude, next time you're down here and not calling me, you should, shots fired. You should totally, we should do like a Southeast. Like get some people down here and like hang out and meet up with some traders.
Yeah, man, I'm all for it. If it wasn't such a short trip, we would have definitely linked up. But yeah, man, let's do it. I'm so in. It's a quick flight, so yeah, let's
For
make it
those of you who
happen.
don't know, Carlos has some fam down here, and they like to come down where it's only like moderately cold and still golfable. So they get down here and hang out. But I got to give him a hard time because he's in my state and he doesn't see me, as if my state is a small place, right? And it's like something we could just do, like because you're more in the southeast, right? I think when you're
Yeah,
here,
West
like
Palm. And what is it?
Lauderdale, West Palm,
That's
right?
like a 4-hour drive.
Yeah, it's 4 hours. That's 4 hours
Yeah,
for me.
I gotta
I mean,
fly
it's
there, man.
insane.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
I
driving. I
mean,
gotta fly up there.
it's a whole flight. Like, you know what I mean? It's not even like a thing. It's not, I mean, I could drive, but it's still, but I say it's like, oh, Carlos didn't come by my neighborhood to say hi while I was driving by or whatever. It's like, it's 4 freaking hours away, dude. It's like another state.
It's like
Oh my God,
California, right? California's got like
yeah.
Can't be in
being in
San
San
Diego. Say, hey, I'm
and
gonna
someone
meet
in
you
like
in
San
San
Francisco is pissed
Francisco.
off, right? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm in St. Augustine, Florida, Infinity. So I'm in the best place in the world, actually. So sorry. Tell me otherwise. I'm arguing. I love Florida, and I especially love St. Augustine. Oh my God. If you've got a place to come check out and see, come on by and check it out. If we could get a group of people together, I mean, I'm so down to try and hang out. There's my guy Blake. Blake's from O-Town. He's over in Orlando, kick-ass DJ. So you had some new stuff come out recently too. I liked Blake. I liked the one that you just did like a week ago, I think it was, or at least I just saw it a week ago. I didn't check the release date. But it was nice. It's always good vibe, man. I always love it. Insane Trader, thanks again, brother. I love the way you, so nice. Um, in April, you'll be down at Mayo. Cool, Chris. Whether we do a meetup or not, though, hit me up in April. Like if I'm around when you come down, we should at least meet up for some lunch or something. It would be totally cool to hang. We can record some Chris Walken impersonations. Yeah, I can even because I know where the Mayo is. It's only like maybe a 25-30 minute drive from me. So, you could pop in, pop out, take you to some grub. It'd be a good time. I would totally be down. All right, people. So let's do this. It is Tuesday. Tomorrow, Brains Day in BBT, right? Psychology and all that good stuff. So we're going to be talking about all of those fun things. So for anyone who has any, thoughts about their performance and those things, BBT's heavy. So is the YouTube. We have Dr. V on. It's for our favorite segment, Wednesday. So make sure you come in, bring some questions. Like let's talk with the doc and have a real good fun. For anyone who's interested in mentoring and all that other stuff, I threw it out there a couple times. Come find us. Otherwise, I hope you all have an amazing rest of your trading day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Keep it green, people, and I will talk to you later. Carlos emojis!